Long, long ago, in the city of Chin, China, a woman gave birth to a child with the power to radiate light from their body. Soon after, many others began manifesting these incredible supernatural powers called quirks. Today, over 80% of the population possesses these quirks and fight against those who would use their power for evil. To face these deadly forces daily, a new profession was created: the professional hero. But this is not a story about them. This is a story about vigilantes. Hello, greetings, and welcome, you beautiful people of the internet. My name is Michael. I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and joining me today are these wonderful and amazing people who you can see before me, who have gathered together in order to play a TTRPG of my own creating, based on a very, very popular and fun anime known as My Hero Academia. Hello, everyone!
Hello!
Hi!
Woo! Yeah, there it is! I was really worried there, because you all went, like, super quiet. Like, there was no, it was like you guys weren't even breathing. I was like, oh.
We should all just
us.
pretended that we were frozen.
Yeah, just,
Right.
yeah, that sounds about right. All right, guys, let's do a round of introductions. And if you guys want to know about who is playing what and where to find them for their social medias and stuff, type exclamation with their character name and you'll find out. But let's start from the bottom of the screen here with Olympic, who is being played by our dear friend Duke from One Shot Questers. G'day, mate.
Hello, good day. How are you?
I am good. I was up at 4 in the morning for some reason, but I'm good now.
I have no idea why.
No, crazy.
But yeah, hello everyone. I am OSQ TV, formerly known as One Shot Questers, and we make the funny comedy videos on there, and I play TTRPGs, and it's great. I'm happy to be here.
Hell yeah. And next up, we'll go to the top left hand side to there, and introduce you to none other than our dear friend Caustic Phoenix, aka Becca, from D20 Deathmatch, who plays Wildfire.
That's me! There's no other Caustic on here. Surprise. So, I know it's a very popular name. I am Becca Godsey, aka Caustic Phoenix, here on Twitch, but I am also part of D20 Deathmatch, which is tomorrow, Sunday. Whatever, it's not right now, like it's like 24 hours from now. I know how time works. Yes, for some reason I thought time worked different in Australia, and I was like, it's 12 hours for the
Look,
Australians.
our toilets go backwards, time doesn't, okay? Just
That's not how this works.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
it does,
Yeah.
just no.
Oh, looks like I gotta go to the bathroom.
I feel like that's an
Put on the
inspiration
Velcro.
for a villain right now.
Mm.
Cool. There's nothing worse than when you're sitting on the toilet. You're vulnerable right then and there. And
Very true.
anyway, that's not what we're talking about tonight. Hi, I'm so excited to be here. I'll be playing Wildfire. That's it.
All right. And of course, rounding out this team of vigilante miscreants is none other than the biggest miscreant I know. And that is none other than the delightful Raina Ray from Careful Cantrip, who plays Daydream. Hi.
Hi, it's me. Hello. I'm here tonight on Dag's channel this time. He's usually over on Careful Cantrip. So that's where I'm from. You should check us out sometime because you'll see me and Dag there. Woo!
It is very true. It is very true. I think this is the first time I've had you on my channel, isn't it, Raina?
Oh my God, is it?
I think so.
What the fuck, Dag?
Jeez, Dag, what's wrong with you?
Rude. Rude.
Oh my God, I think you're right.
Look, you're
Let's
here
burn
now.
the stream down.
You're here now.
Wow.
Just
Wow.
I
I'm gonna
take the
cause
hype train
major-
away.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Unhyped.
like I deserve it. All right. Now, guys, before we kick off, of course, we have had a question been asked like a million times by now, and that is, of course, what game system are you using? Well, let me tell you, right here on Dag's channel, we have the best of made-up game systems, because that's what I did. I went to so many superhero RPGs to try and figure this out, and they were either like, this is too much of a time investment to teach my players, this is too much of a time investment for me to learn, or this is absolute crap. So I basically gathered a whole bunch of ideas from a bunch of different things, and I've claimed it as my own and put a sticker on it. This is kind of how I work in a toy factory, and you've ended up with Barbie with G.I. Joe arms. That's kind of what we're dealing with here. Basically, it's a 2d6 system. Everyone's got stats. They're down there below. There are 5 stats. There's threats, heroic, mundane, control, and cunning, and they add that to their 2d6 roll. And then if they get a 6 or lower, they fail with like some sort of complication that I decide. A 7 to 10, they succeed, but there's something that's kind of gone a bit awry, and I get to decide what that is. And anything higher, they succeed. That's it. But, you know, that doesn't challenge me enough, you know, because why would I rely on dice? So instead, if you're new to the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, then I'm pleased to tell you, first of all, before I tell you this, just go easy. There are donations which you can use to help the party. There are no donations to help the bad guys at all. So, you know, just saying. For $10, you can give someone of your choice a power-up. These power-up, there they are. These power-ups can be used basically to give them a +2 bonus on whatever check that they happen to be doing. If you would like, you can also spend $20 to give them an extra life. This removes a negative condition from themselves. So, for example, if they're starting to lose morale, or if they happen to be set on fire, not saying anything, but, you know, just saying, or anything like that, you can actually use $20 to simply wipe that condition from them. And then, of course, for the big old, whopping, generous $50 donation, we give someone the Plus Ultra. This is an epic success. They get to take the role of the GM from me in order to control their scene for a whole minute. They can do anything. The villains, the player, everyone acts in accordance with around their character as if they had only rolled successes for 1 minute.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. So yeah. There we go. Now, if I have missed any donations, understand it is because I'm juggling a million things and my bots suck balls. So, just send me an @DeadAussieGamer with the thing, and I will see it. I promise. Cool. We good?
I promise if there is a donation, I will make a really mediocre sound effect.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, well, players, if you're ready, and chat if you're ready as well. Haha, take that, Dave. We are gonna kick off with something very, very cool. All right, let's roll the clip.
Picture of deck.
All right. Welcome to the city. A wide expanse of skyscrapers and tall buildings. The industrial district spewing out smoke from the various warehouses and factories. A large park, verdant and green, stretching out before you. This is home to yourselves and the great and mighty heroes of your city, who keep peace and tranquility among the populace. But it is not always this case, as we see a scene with a high-rise, a giant creature made of electricity roars to life as it begins to attack nearby structures, grabbing onto transformers and pulling the electric powers from within. People on the streets below rush for cover as debris begins to fall around them. But hope is not lost. The monster turns its glowing yellow eyes upwards and sees a silhouette among the clouds. A large fighter jet moving through the air like a streaming hawk. And descending from it, a large, muscular form and a roaring laughter known all too well to the people of this city. And the words that live in all the citizens' hearts. There is no need to fear, because I am here. And with a thunderous fist, the creature is struck in the jaw by the legendary All Might, the #1 pro hero, as this huge crack explodes and resonates outwards. The creature stumbles backwards, trying to reach helplessly to try and grab at more power to face off against this heroic foe. But he lets up, not even for a second, with a left-hand hook and a right-hand hook. The creature staggers back and starts to shrink in size. Before it can retreat, All Might reaches forward and grabs hold of the legs of this giant electric villain. And with a big cry, he says, "Minnesota, smash!" and swings it to the cheers of this crowd as this creature is felled. But down in the streets below, amidst the cheering crowd, a different scene unfolds as we join not professional heroes, but a group of civilians in the city. Now, to begin, passing by a group of onlookers on the streets, Olympic, the scene is yours. What are you doing today?
I'm looking up and thinking about, oh man, one day that's gonna be me. But sadly, my people need me, and I'm gonna start heading over to the swimming pool that I work at.
You hear the sounds of splashing and rollicking, and basically people just kind of enjoying the chance to get out of the summer heat here. As you enter, and you've got your kind of like board shorts on, you've got your little like kind of work whistle like wrapped around your neck. You are approached by a man who looks to be quite broad-shouldered. He says, Cole!
Yes!
What time do you call this?
What?
You're 5 minutes late for your shift.
I'm sorry. All Might was outside fighting a creature, and I was just,
Look, I don't care if All Might was outside or if you were picked up by a giant villain pterodactyl. What are we gonna do if something happens while you're not on the bench?
That's why I've been trying to pitch to you why I should try to teach swimming lessons here. It's kind of important. Number 2 is to believe in yourself. Number 1 is to not drown. So,
no. Number 1 should be not to drown. You're a lifeguard.
You.
he sort of rolls his eyes and shakes his head. He kind of leans forward and like puts his arm on you, and he says, "Listen, son, you're one of the best lifeguards I know, but you're not very smart. Give up this dream of being a hero, okay? And do what really saves lives. Stop people running from around the pool.
Okay. And I'm gonna have one of my, sorry, refresher, I can't use my quirk. Yes?
Okay, so yes, using quirks publicly is illegal.
Okay.
I'm
But you
glad
can
we
see.
clarified that.
Okay, well, how about this? How about
Yes,
this?
thank you.
Tell us what Olympic imagines is gonna happen here.
Olympic imagines what he would do to stop like people running would be his quirk is he can shape water into himself. So he's like he clones himself but with water. So the little tube around his neck, it's with water. The more he stays hydrated, the more he can clone himself. He has little packets around his chest, as you guys can see, and around his ankles, and they're all just filled with water so he can constantly clone himself. And so with all these people running around, he would just stand there. He would, blow his work whistle, and then all the water would like start spewing out and forming into him. And so people who are running, they just run into Olympics water version, and they would stop running, and he would just put them back into the water or just stop them from running.
Absolutely beautiful.
Another day saved.
As you come out of your daydream, what do you actually do to stop people running?
Oh, right. Sorry, sir. Blow my whistle. All right. Sorry, I don't know why I whistled. Just no one's in trouble. Just remember, be smart and, believe in yourself. Don't drown, too. Sorry. Yeah, okay. And he's gonna just kind of grab onto the little buoy and just kind of walk around with the whistle in his mouth.
Nice. All right. Meanwhile, elsewhere, we find Daydream. Daydream, what are you doing amidst the sounds of the roaring battle in this quiet little neighborhood?
Daydream is working at her little vendor candy shop. It's like what do they call it? Like a street side candy shop. So she's got like her whole like setup, and in the middle is the main attraction of her shop, which is well, not her shop, but she runs it. She works there part-time because she's 16. And in it is pink candy floss, and she's yeah 16 owns her own business, and she's spinning the candy floss, like twirling it. How you have to get it all like whipped up there, but she's like completely zoned out. She's just like staring up at the sky, and while the lineup is just getting huge behind her.
All right. And sure enough, the line itself is around the corner with people wanting these tasty treats. It's a little hot for fairy floss for some, but that doesn't stop kids from being insistent and demanding, with an icy pole in one hand and pointing and thrusting at their parents to try and get into the sweet shop. Business has never been better for our dear Daydream. As you do so, you have someone that you work with. It is a young boy by the name of Isaac. You kind of employ minors here for some reason.
I own it now again.
Well, I mean, you own it. I mean, just look. If you work here, he works here.
Listen, you have to start working young to pay for college. Okay.
Yeah. Look, this is Japan. Okay, like work ethic is very important. So, as
jeez.
So yes, Isaac is like kind of like working the ice cream like kind of like little station that's there, and he goes, "Oh gee, I think we're out of waffle cones. I don't know. Do we have any waffle cones in the back?"
I think so, but I'm too busy looking up at the clouds over here. What? Do you see that cloud over there?
Well, we're inside.
No, we're not.
I thought we were in a candy shop. This is not a candy.
Please tell me there are just
Oh,
clouds
street
painted on the
vendor.
ceiling.
Oh yeah, no, I see it now. I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on me.
Hey, I'm just pointing at this cloud still because we're
Oh,
outside,
okay,
and I
yeah.
really think it looks like a waffle.
I can't put ice cream in a cloud. I think I might get fired.
Do I own this thing or no?
You do, yeah. We're here now.
Okay, all right, we're going with it. It's okay. I won't fire you because we're best friends now.
Oh, really? Oh, gee, that's swell. I still need waffle cones, though.
You could try looking under here, and she'll bend down and like open up one of the cabinets.
Inside the cabinet, you do see a couple of waffle cones, like kind of little boxes and stuff like that. Yeah, you kind of start taking them out and handing them to Isaac. Meanwhile, not too far away, Wildfire. What are you up to?
She is walking down the street every morning and every afternoon. She is one of the volunteer mentors of the walking bus. So she is the leader that takes like all the elementary kids schools home because they all, instead of riding a bus, they walk. And so they have the walking bus. And so she's one of the walking bus volunteers. And so she has a line of small kindergartners following her because she needs the extra volunteer hours. So it builds her application so she can get into the school that she wants. Because we're really focused and I have to make my parents proud. So as she is walking down, trying to keep them all in line, even though Kevin keeps stepping out of line, and her hair flares out bright red, hot every time. But it makes for like a nice beacon for the kids to follow with their little flag in the air.
Kevin keeps poking me.
She'll flip around in a fury, her hair kind of twisting a little bit in it. Kevin! And her eyes will bug out for a second. You come up to the front of the line and you're gonna stay here.
I don't want to come up to the front of the line.
It doesn't matter, you didn't get a choice in it. And her hair just suddenly bursts, very fiery and wide, kind of giving a big poof in the area. Some of the pedestrians nearby have to give her some space as like it's a bonfire that suddenly has exploded here.
Yeah, but Kevin just sort of muttering. I didn't do it get for a line.
Oh my gosh, quit your mumbling. Your mom doesn't pay me for this, so you have to shut up. Iris, quit picking your nose. I see that. She really does not like actually doing this, but she needs to do the volunteer hours.
All right. You you begin to take your children across the park and kind of like part way towards the swimming pool. There you can kind of see their teacher who is like kind of getting ready to take them on their school trip to the pool. She just sort of waves at you, kind of a meek looking a man, kind of very, very tall, and you can see his quirk is these very, very long ears, almost like an elf, as he stands there and he goes, "Oh, over here, yes, hello, see you've gotten them here, nice, sound and safely, wonderful, wonderful. Are you kids? Are you going to thank? Oh, sorry, I forgot to change my. Whoa. Are you going to thank Miss Elaine?
Not hearing anything for a second. Oh,
thank you, thank you, Miss Elaine.
Say it like you mean it.
Yeah.
I'd like to try to trip Kevin as he walks by.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get you to go first roll of the day, tripping a child. All right. roll 2d6 and add your mundane, please.
Don't worry, everyone. It's just minor violence.
It's Kevin. There's a difference. My mundane is -3.
Your mundane is
Okay.
Oof.
It's a 7 because I rolled 2 5s.
Hey, okay, well, you know what? That is still a success. All right, so Kevin stumbles, and as he does, he's like, "Hey!" And you hear the teacher go, "Come along, Kevin, hurry up. We can't be waiting for you all day." As he enters the pool, one of the little girls that was picking their nose hands you a like kind of one of those like little fortune teller paper thingies.
Yes.
Yeah, she hands you one of these because I chose to use this as a means to try and give you guys an idea of when in history this is. So there, he gives you one of these, and now you know that you're in the early 20s. Okay.
Thank you. I'll pick it up very daintily with my fingers.
2020s or 1920s?
Look,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm not that old. I might be. Who knows? Okay. At this point, however, as Daydream is pulling out this waffle cone, as Wildfire is kind of like, you know, watching the kids leave, and as Olympic is kind of like very drearily kind of like, you know, watching old people kind of learn to paddleboard and the like, you suddenly notice something out of the corner of your eye. A figure moving swiftly through the crowd of people lounging on chairs in the pool, moving past them kind of suspiciously before heading towards a sweet line and passing through a few individuals. You all take a turn and notice that this person has multiple arms, and while 2 arms seem to be walking as normal, 4 pairs of arms seem to be surreptitiously slipping into people's belongings and removing wallets, purses, anything valuable, and stuffing it into the jacket.
Fetch. My post, the people, okay, I can't leave my post. I'm gonna get yelled at again. Dang it!
How many work strikes have you had?
Is there another lifeguard?
There is another lifeguard. The lifeguard is Margaret. Margaret is.
Dang it, Margaret.
Margaret's quite young. You know, just
okay.
Yeah, she's quite young. She's like.
Still be angry at her.
Yeah, you're technically her, like, you're the same level of employee, but like she always treats you like her supervisor.
Oh. Okay. Dag, would I be able to, since we're working at a pool and everything's wet around us, would I be able to use one of my shape-shifting forms to slither like in the water and like get under her feet and try to trip her? Yes.
All right. You do so. You watch as this, as your water clone sort of like drifts underwater, it kind of moves unnoticed between the various people as they float around, and a hand reaches up. Now, she is not attentive. She's just sort of chewing on some bubble gum, leaning on a wall, looking at her phone, when suddenly there is this slip and a wham as she hits her head on the shed she was leaning against.
And this was the person pickpocketing, right?
No, that was Margaret.
I meant to do the pickpocker.
I thought you meant Margaret too. I was like, wow, this is getting dramatic.
That's what I thought. I was like, you really don't like Margaret.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean. I meant the. Oh no, Margaret's knocked out. Dang it! Now I gotta watch the people in here.
All of a sudden, your supervisor comes out and is like, "What's going on here, Margaret?"
Margaret passed out. Hurry, help her, everyone, out of the pool. Whistle.
Yes.
We got someone out. And as I'm like motioning people out, I'm going to see where this villain is, because
okay. I'm gonna get you to roll a heroics check here.
Okay.
Because you keep already injured.
That was my fault. I should have clarified who I meant to trip.
I thought we were still talking about Margaret. I had no idea what you were doing. I thought what you were going to do is say that Margaret had slipped and you were going to take her to, like, emergency and just put her in a bush somewhere.
No, I'm trying to stop this person. woman who's
Listen,
trying to.
I only
you know,
tricked a child, but I look way better than you.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
Well, I mean, I think our audience can now see very clearly why I didn't do a My Hero Academia hero version.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture of what I just rolled.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Me too.
It can only be good stuff if you're taking a picture of it.
Oh yeah.
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 Yes.
2 6s. That's what we're gonna see on screen.
Definitely.
2 6s.
2 6s. The best.
Yeah. 100%.
Just-
I'm so confident. All right.
It's a total of 4, my good sir.
Well, with a total of 4, that is a spectacular failure, which means the GM is in control of what is happening. Which means as you go to blow your whistle, you suck in instead of blow out, and it sort of goes into your throat. For the next 10 minutes, you have to add a whistle to the things that you're saying. However, this does stop you from issuing a command to everyone to get out of the pool. Instead, however, the guy in charge basically says, "Margaret, were you running by the pool while you were on your phone? That is incredibly dangerous. All right, that's it. I've had it up to here with you people. There's a 10-minute ban on the pool. Everybody out. You can sunbake, you can lounge, just out of the pool right now." And they're like, "Oh," and everyone's like, "Oh," and you see the people start getting out, and you see the teacher with the long pointy ears like, "Oh, I'm sorry, children. Apparently we're banned already, and you haven't even gone in yet. We'll just set up and do stuff in the meantime. During this time, yeah. However, no one's in the pool, and there's no need for a lifeguard."
I need to check something.
All right.
Are you having a moment?
All right, very well. You go off and you begin to pursue the strange hooded person. Daydream. You can see this person.
Yeah.
This person is making light with some of your customers who are waiting in line.
Wait, this person is making light?
Yeah, as in like taking stuff like sticky fingering,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. So Daydream will look at Isaac really seriously and she's like, "Isaac, listen."
Yeah. I changed my voice. I don't know why. I forgot what it was.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gee. Oh, it's Mickey Mouse. That's right. I remember what I meant. Okay. Yeah. I'm here. I'm with it.
I cannot work
Get
with
out of
that
here,
voice.
kid. This is my spot. You can't take it. This is my show, okay?
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Nothing. A small child just trying to pretend to be me. Okay. Yeah, what's up?
Isaac, I need you to do something, okay? I
Yeah.
need you to make a distraction, okay?
Ah.
And also part 2, man the booth. And then Daydream will sort of like slip like outside of the vendor, like maybe where there's like a little awning to get some like cover.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And her intention is going to be to secretly try and use her powers to make the person think that whatever she's pulling out of the pockets is actually cockroaches and poop.
Cockroaches and poop. All right.
Yes.
Let's go with a cunning check here, as we're going to be
Yes.
visualizing a lot of our
Oh yes, Daydream will close her eyes. She won't actually go to sleep, but she'll close her eyes to sort of like go into a focused state. Being 8.
An 8. Okay, so that is a success with a complication. So, as Isaac steps up and he goes, "Hey everyone! Oh, look at me doing this thing with ice cream. Da 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 da. Oh, it's cold!"
Great.
Genius.
Okay. As Isaac spills ice cream on himself. Yeah. The pickpocket reaches in and does indeed like pull out like some cockroaches It takes them a moment, but cockroaches don't seem to bother them. They just sort of gently shake it away, but then look around, realizing that hey, do you have some sort of cockroach spawning quirk? Or then starts looking around. She is now on guard. As we then go to Wildfire.
I will be one of the ones waiting in line for a dessert and really frustrated that this is taking so long and some idiot is clearly manning the front counter.
No, I got chocolate on myself!
Are you kidding me? I just really needed a snack right now after dealing with all those little brats. And seeing this pickpocketer, which is only going to take even longer in the line because then people will not have money to pay for their things. And it's going to be a whole issue. I would like to just storm over and verbally confront her.
Okay, as you rush forward towards Isaac, you bump into someone.
Yes.
And you realize very quickly, because instinctually you're already on high alert. You're like you're just hairs are on end, but you feel this person slide their hand into your shirt and pull out your wallet.
Excuse me? Why are your hands on my shirt? I'm just going to say it exactly like that. No other context.
She immediately looks in your direction, looks around, and people start looking at themselves, and you hear this careening of, hey, my wallet! Hey, my wallet! And
I'd like to make a grab for her wrist. Just like to hold it.
We are going to go into dramatic time. So dramatic. What a dramatic entrance to dramatic time. Okay. So, at this point, as you grab her arm, she pulls her arm back and takes off her trench coat. Several of the wallets fall out, but you do notice that she still has yours. As she then barrel rolls backwards on these multiple arms, she begins to take off at a sprint.
No, you freaking don't. I'd like to sprint after her as fast as I can. Like, it'll leave a trail of fire behind me.
All right.
I'm sorry to those poor people.
Some of them have like charcoal, like kind of around their eyes.
Yes.
Olympic.
Tom's lost his eyebrows.
Tom.
Yes.
Oh, gee, all the ice cream's melted. Olympic, you can see Wildfire, who you recognize, chasing after this woman with multiple arms that you saw at the pool.
Olympic! Come on, I'm coming!
Did you just yell out your own name?
I mean, Wildfire!
Olympic, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a pro hero. We don't know. We don't wonder why.
I'm fine. I swear, I'm fine.
Well, if it has
A little
a
pep talk for himself.
well, as you call this out, you stop for a moment and you like have this moment of, damn, I meant I'm Olympic. And
I'm Olympic. I'm
Okay.
coming. Wildfire. I'm coming.
there is a small child next to you, Olympic. He looks at you and he gives you a small like chopper chop. And he pats you on the leg. And then he just leaves.
What's a chopper chop?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a chopper chop. You used to have chopper chop. How is that Australian? All right, it's like a lollipop. It's like a tiny little It's like
Could set a lollipop then. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we have chopper chops, okay? There's no
What's this
other
coded
lollipops in
language?
Australia. Look. Anyway, he gives it to you out of sheer pity, and and thanks to it, you, Daydream, and Wildfire now have a power up, which means you can add 2 to a roll of your choice.
Oh, thank goodness.
All
I'm gonna
right.
need it.
So, Olympic, after heroically announcing yourself to Wildfire, what do you do?
Oh man, this is like so difficult. I'm going to look at the lollipop. I'm gonna pop it in my mouth, and I'm going to just start sprinting towards the lady with the 6 arms.
All right, you are sprinting in that direction. Daydream, You also see said lady sprinting, and because you were behind the counter when you were creating your cockroaches and poop. You didn't notice it until there was this giant flare of fire, which got your attention, and immediately you now also see Wildfire and Olympic moving after this person.
I would just like to add as well, like, because her eyes were closed, we'll just say she hears the whistle pierce her ears.
And the heat of the fire.
And the name of Olympic being shouted out.
Yeah.
She'll open her eyes. Jesus. She'll open her eyes. Hey, those are my friends! Wait for me, I'm coming! And she'll just start running after them.
Oh, boss! I don't know if I can be left out sober, but she's gone.
You're fine, Isaac!
Oh,
Believe in
gee.
yourself, Isaac!
Oh, thank you, random stranger.
Get that freaking ice cream working by the time I get back.
Oh, I'm sorry, random stranger. All right, as you're sprinting, now your first hurdle arrives as this villain manages to turn out onto a busy street. She begins by crawling onto the floor and slipping between several parked cars, like just beneath the chassis and the road itself, scurrying on the ground. At this point, she kind of looks like a centipede moving, through the ground, and comes out on the other side of the parking lot that is in front of you. All right, how do you guys want to cross?
Cross what? The parking lot?
Yes.
Or the street? Okay.
It's
And
both.
there's lots of
Yeah.
cars or something?
Lots of cars, packed with cars.
Wait, I got an
Okay.
idea. I have an idea.
I'm scared.
Wildfire, do you still have your sign?
Yeah? Holding
give
the
it to me.
small flag. She'll toss it to him.
I'm gonna grab it, and with the whistle in my throat, I'm gonna whistle and hold up the sign and stop all the traffic.
Nice. All right. As the traffic is coming both sides, you blow the whistle. Let's go with you can choose either a control or a mundane. Because you can either control traffic or you can be like they believe you're a lollipop dude.
Mundane. Okay, that is going to be an 8.
An 8. All right, with an 8, that is a success, meaning the cars will indeed stop, giving you plenty of room to maneuver outwards. A couple of people kind of like start horning, but yeah, you get across pretty easily. Well done. The next hurdle, not so easy, as she makes her way into what looks to be a kind of a long passage in the market district. She sees that you are in pursuit and reaches over. She grabs onto some of the grocer's wares and throws them to the ground. You hear one of the grocers yell out, "My cabbages!" as they start rolling onto the floor in front of you. There's now hazardous terrain, which you need to cross in order to chase her.
Okay.
Olympic, can you do like a freaking water bridge or something over this?
It's illegal, remember?
Why aren't we in school?
I know. I know.
Daydream will just run up to the cabbages and start trying to kick them out of the way. She goes, come on, help me, get them.
All right, you start kicking cabbages out of the way. As you do so, it takes you a little while, but you do eventually manage to get past and through. At this point, you now turn around a corner into a darker alley, and you can see what looks to be a high school girl. She is struggling, holding on to her backpack. She's got glasses, pigtails. She's wearing like a plaid, almost like a Hero Academy uniform. As her backpack is being stolen by this 6-armed villain. She's yelling out for help. Please, someone, just.
Yeah, I'll just stand there and do nothing.
Yeah, how far away is Centipede Woman?
She's not too far away. She's about maybe halfway down the alleyway, so about 15 foot, give or take.
Okay. Can I take one of those cabbages that we kicked out and try to chuck it at her head?
Yes.
Excellent.
That'll definitely be a threat. Yeah, be a threat or heroics, your choice.
Let's see here. Let's go threat. How many? I rolled 2 dice, right?
Yep.
Okay. That is gonna be a 9.
A 9. Now, if you want to, you can boost it with your power up to make it a critical success, if you'd like.
Yes, let's do that. That's the power up, right, from Clover?
That is the power up from McClover.
Yes!
Power up. These arms are fiery. We're doing cooked cabbage. Tossing dinner her way.
Yeah.
That's right.
In fact, that's precisely what happens as the cabbage catches fire and veers into like this big circle fireball kind of thing and smacks directly into her face. She falls backwards and like brushes it off, but she looks in your direction. She gives up on the back. She gives up on the backpack for the time being, and continues to run as you chase. Eventually, winding through corridors and passageways, you eventually follow her to what looks to be a old kind of like stained door in the middle of the alley, which she busts in and enters. Do you follow?
Yeah.
All right. As you enter, you find yourself choked with kind of like cigarette smoke and ash. The sound of clinking glass and kind of that very, very familiar sourness to the air that you would find in a dive bar.
Which none of us have been to, obviously.
Yes, that's very true.
Oh.
As you enter, you can see that the bar is filled with all sorts of unsavory folk. There's a man who seems to be made of concrete, shaving his beard with a chisel. You can see there's a guy with like no eyes playing pool with all the billiard balls, actually versions of his eyeballs, bouncing around on the table. You can see behind the counter, there is literally just a tiny Godzilla wearing an apron.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
And you can see that this woman, whose name is Cleo, is leaning on a table next to a large blue, kind of very, very rotund, bloke. Now, I don't know what your problem is, but you've been following me for quite some time. Seems like you all like danger, but don't know when to stop when it's good for you. You hear the granite dude say, "These folk bothering you, Cleo?" "Why, yes, Slate. They are a bit of a bother." And you watch as these 3 goons kind of stand up, like kind of crack their knuckles.
Hey, listen, we were just trying to stop. We were just trying to be a good,
I want my stupid wallet back, is what he's trying to say.
yeah.
Right?
We're actually quite nice people.
They all start rolling and laughing. "You hear that? She wants her wallet back." Another guy goes, "Ooh, maybe we should give it to her then." "Yeah, let's give it to him." And you watch as the guy with the guy made of like stone goes up to Olympic, and taking this big boulder-sized fist, attempts to swing it down at him. All right, Olympic, how do you want to deal with that?
I'm just like, how is he coming down with the fist? Like side, just trying to crush me?
Oh yeah, like trying to crush you. So it's coming from your upper left-hand side downwards.
I just want to do like a Matrix thing where it's just like, whoa, and then back up.
All right, beautiful.
But like as I do the Matrix, the water behind me, one of my water clones will come up and catch me and push me back up.
Nice. All right, let's go with heroics then.
Please be good to me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've rolled a 1 every time I've rolled these stupid dice. I'm gonna use my bonus, my +2, and give myself an 8.
All right, with an 8, as you as this fist comes down, you lean back and it just narrowly misses you. Your two clones get up behind you, and as they do so, they're like, "Whoa, bro, your lats are so tight."
I know it's been rough since we got kicked out of the school.
As they push you up. Pretty much the bar sort of kind of like looks around. And they're like, "Oh, I see. These folk fancy themselves the hero type. But we'll show them what happens to heroes round here." Daydream. At this point, you feel like people have forgotten about you and barely noticed this small girl with a frilly, kind of dress. Everyone except what looks to be a small cat. The cat looks at you, and you look at the cat, and it says, "Don't think I don't understand that you have tremendous power, young one. But that will not save you from this ass beating I'm about to give you. For I, Psycat, will exact my revenge upon you. Prepare for a world of pain to which you are not familiar."
I don't want to fight you. You're really small and kind of cute.
You watch as a bottle floats off one of the nearby tables and smashes and becomes a shank.
What the fuck?
Got intense.
Whoa!
Yes.
Okay.
Come have some.
Okay. So this cat has a floating shank near
Yep.
it.
Correct.
Okay. Daydream. How far is Daydream from the cat?
Daydream is not very far. Not as far as she'd like to be, but far enough that, the shank needs to get to her.
Okay. She would like to sort of just take a run at this cat. And while she's running, she's going to reach into her little satchel and pull out some of her reserve candy floss and try and wrap it around the shank as she's coming to she's going to try and straddle this cat. Like over top of it. Is that the right word? I don't mean in a weird way.
Are you trying to ride the cat?
Get the higher ground, okay?
The cat's... The cat is a tiny creature. You've always got the high ground.
But I want to be over top of it so that it can't fully see me properly, Cats...
Oh. Because cats can't look up? I think you're thinking about cows.
They can't really. Just go with me here, all right?
Okay, I'm going
the
with
main
you.
focus
I'm there. I'm
is
buying
the
in.
floss, the candy floss around the shank.
All right.
Okay?
Let's go with a control challenge as you attempt to control the sugar to wrap around the shank.
I like this. My control's -1 in case anyone's curious.
Save.
Oh boy. So that I rolled a 6, so 5.
5.
Oh no.
All right.
I'm getting
So-
shanked. by
so-
a cat.
Well, no. So as you go over and you begin to wrap the bottle in fairy floss, you manage to dull the actual shank itself, and suddenly from underneath you, now that you're standing over the top of the cat goes, "Aha, you fool!" And all of a sudden, grabs onto your leg. You have some cat scratches on your leg, which of course brings your morale down by 1, as the cat is now attached to you, and it says, "Now surrender before you feel my full wrath."
Can I react to this?
We can, but let's move the scene and we'll come back to it. All right,
Okay.
Wildfire. At this point, you can see the blue meanie guy standing next to Centipede as they look in your direction. Now, I don't know what you think is going to happen here, but when Cleo comes in and says that there are people bothering her, it is my job to make sure that those people don't bother her again. And I don't care how flaming your hair are. You ain't going to beat Little Boy Blue.
Well, listen here, little boy Blue. I have kindergartners that bigger than you, and I got 2 facts for you. First of all, we got kicked out of, well, we didn't make it into hero school. It doesn't matter. And second of all, and she'll pull a couple of the fiery strands from her hair. Did you know how many kitchen fires burn down bars every year? And she'll kind of let those fiery strands onto one of the bar stools, like the little wooden top bar stools, to let that start catching on fire. I might be the little more chaotic than some of the rest.
Okay, so fortunately for you, there is no check involved in this. That just works because I have no reason or imagination big enough to explain as to why that wouldn't work. And fire
I'll do
immediately.
anything to get my way.
And one of them looks down and says, "Oh my God, this is, you're crazy." Yeah, a fire breaks out in the bar as it starts to erupt around. Are you trying to control the fire at all or let it spread?
Right now, because I'm very angry and feeling like, my 16-year-old energy, it's not very controlled.
Fair.
I don't know about you all, but when I was 16, I was not like, ooh, my emotions, I understand them and can respond to them healthily. It was not that case. So I imagine my hair is a very rampaging fire across just the top of this bar now where there is alcohol. I just realized. I did not have science class yet.
Mm-hmm. So, with a great big whoosh, the temperature of the room becomes higher. Olympic, you begin to sweat profusely. Obviously, Daydream, you realize your cotton candy is starting to sort of drip this molten sugar. All right. What do you guys do in response to this? It seems like some of the villains are trying to put out the fire as best they can, but it's an alcohol fire, and some of them are dumb and they're trying to use water to put it out. By pouring water on alcohol flames, they spread it more.
Glad you said something.
That is how those fires work.
Weird.
I feel... You didn't know that? That's not how you put those fires out.
I don't drink alcohol, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Kudos.
I don't know. I'm gonna first, man. I'm gonna tell one of my clones. Be like, hey, this might hurt a little bit, but I need you to go and submerge yourself on the cat. Attached to Daydream's foot. Please, hurry.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. I love cats.
All right, cool. You got this.
He fist bumps the other one. You got this, bro. Yeah, no, you got that cat, bro. Yeah, bro. And he jumps at the cat. I need you to make me well, it's your choice here. Either a heroics or control.
Yeah, heroics. Hey, there we go. That is a 12.
Oh, that is a critical success. All right, you watch as the Olympic grabs onto the cat and begins to just sort of envelop it. And he's like, all right, now calm down, little dude, as it's just sort of, curse you. Damn you all, water, my only weakness.
I knew it.
And yeah, it's just basically being tumble dried inside of here.
Daydream will just look down at this cat that is tumble drying or tumble wetting. We could have been really good friends, And she'll try and pick up the cat in this tumble dry water and throw the cat into the fire.
Yeah, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take a moment to just address to address some safety veils here. First of all, to our audience, don't worry, the cat lives, or at least it has 9 lives. So, as you reach in and grab the cat, let's make a threat challenge as you attempt to throw it into the raging inferno that is the pub fire.
Oh my god, that's 6 plus 1, 7.
All right. So, with that, as you hurl the cat, the complication that happens here is as the cat slides across the counter here, Cleo, the centipede woman, manages to get up behind you with a little boy Blue dealing with Wildfire, Slate dealing with Olympic. You have turned your back long enough for her to get behind you, and she is going to wrap her arms around your waist and your arms and kind of use you as a makeshift hostage and says, okay, nobody move. Otherwise, the cute little princess gets her frills ruffled.
I'm gonna look over at Daydream. Just ruffle your feathers already. Or frills.
Oh, hold on. What happened there? Oh,
Something else changed.
no, Duke raised his hand.
Oh, what? No, I'm
What?
like, you told me not to move, and so I'm still in like my matrix
No,
position.
no,
like,
no, you're right, but Zoom does this thing where if you've got your
Oh,
hand
what
up,
the
it changes
fetch?
your, yeah.
Wow.
It's okay.
Know that.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
no,
that. I don't know what I touched.
No, you
Yeah.
can also give it a you can give it a thumbs up, and then it'll also give you a little thumbs up in the corner.
Oh wow.
It's fine.
Oh, that's
There you go.
adorable.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So, a hostage has been taken. Daydream.
Daydream will look out Wildfire and just be like, I'm not sure what that means. And she's just gonna shut her eyes and she's going to try and focus, not fully go to sleep yet, but try and go into another trance and create the a dreamlike state for the person behind her, that this person's like hair or clothing has started to catch fire.
Ooh, very nice. Let's go with either a cunning or a... No, let's go with cunning. I think cunning is very appropriate here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I rolled a 9 plus 3. Booyah!
Damn!
Oh shit!
All right. So that is a critical success, which means all of a sudden she sees that her body begins to catch fire, and with her multiple arms, Cleo, the centipede woman, starts to pat and try to put herself out. But the flames do not seem to die down as Daydream has conjured this illusion in her mind. As this happens, we now turn to Olympic. Now, she's still holding onto you with 2 arms instead of her multiple arms, but she no longer has you hostage and is more panicking about the fact she's on fire. All right, Olympic, you are squaring up with this giant dude made of granite.
Hey, I'm a lifeguard. I save lives. Sup?
He leans down to you and he says, "You work with kids?"
Yeah, I try to keep them alive, because that's the #1 rule.
You know what kids like to say about folks like me?
You're a very strong and hard-willed individual.
They say, sticks and stones will break your bones. Let's see if they're right.
Oh, I'm gonna have one of my clothes shoot out from, like, at my feet and grab me by the feet and, like, scoop me between his legs.
All right, as he does so, he reaches down to try and kind of bear hug you and crush you in his arms. Let's make a mundane or a control. Mundane or control for that one.
Yeah, I think we're doing mundane. Oh, that's a 12! Let's
All right.
go!
He reaches over with these huge granite arms and grabs onto nothing. As whoof, you go basically horizontal and slide through his legs. As these 2 clones on the other side of him reach between his legs, grab your legs, and pull you through his legs, and then flip you up and turn you around. It's like, you got this, bro. Don't worry, man.
Yeah. Hey. Good job grabbing the right ankle this time.
Hey, that wasn't me, man. That was the other guy. Yeah, sorry, dude.
Oh.
My bad.
You know, it's okay. All right, guys, we got this. We're gonna do our cheer. Let's pump it up.
Pump it up.
Pump it up. Olympic, he's our man. If no one can do it, that's a shame. Yeah!
All right, and what do they do? Do you stack on him or?
I don't really know because I don't know how water can really affect Granite at this point.
Look, you could try whatever you'd want. You could just try to lay into him, see what happens.
I'm going to start grabbing my clone people and just start yeeting him in the face. Just with them. Just like sploosh, sploosh.
All right. So basically, I think you'd need 2 of you to do that. So there's you and one clone grabbing the other clones and like throwing them at people. As you do so, let's go with a threat roll here.
Oh, crap. That's a 6.
A 6, eh? All right. Okay, with a 6, as you do so, the clones that you throw bounce off his body, but as he does so, he then steps forward and grabs one of your clones and sort of squashes it.
Oh!
And he looks to you and
it's fine.
and he sort of like laughs as he does so. He then looks towards you. Now, you've been given an extra life, and this is for the group. So at any point in time, you can reduce any kind of failed morale check by 1, or remove a condition. In this case, you're about to get some broken bones. If you want, you can reduce this condition before I give this broken bone to you.
Take it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, this granite dude hits you square in the chest. And as this happens, a clone version of you erupts out of your chest and takes the hit for you. And he's like, sorry about Margaret, dude. And he turns into... as the water explodes outwards and knocks you back against the bar.
You evaporated him. Evaporated him.
Oh, leave the other one.
Evaporated
We can
him.
edit this.
Evaporated. You evaporated.
Evaporated.
You monster.
I am going to command all of my water to just go right at his feet and just try to make it as slick as possible for him.
Very cool. All right. Do you have a do you have a special power name you want to call for this?
Screw you. You evaporated my clone.
Jutsu. All right, done.
Yes.
All right. Let's make that
It
a
ends
control.
with middle fingers up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going so well for character development, but this sucks. That is a 3.
No.
All right. Well, you do successfully manage to start pushing him back. But he also starts to take several steps back, and you realize why very quickly, as the water has now collected the alcohol that is ablaze and begins to rush it throughout the pub, as it now covers him, and he's like, as he starts to.
Oh no!
Oh my God! Oh! As he is now burning, you see the cat. Who has been thrown behind the bar is now just sort of clinging onto the ceiling, just shivering with like you know wet fur, kind of like, you will rue the day that you did this to me. I will make you pay.
Started it.
And meanwhile, little boy Blue is about to square off with you until you realize exactly what little boy Blue is, and that is he is a large blue ethanol user, and as soon as the fire hits him from Wildfire's hair, he just takes up and starts to catch fire. Wildfire,
Don't drink, kids.
you see him in front of you. He is not impinged or being hindered by the flames, but he
Okay.
is like You wrecked my bar. Now I'm gonna wreck you.
I'm not afraid of it. Just give me my stupid wallet. And I imagine the two of us just charging towards each other because I am very hot-headed.
Oh yeah, he charges at you
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with a threat challenge.
Deal. That's my highest. Because I decided that would be a good idea. Okay. Threat. I roll 2. 5 and a 1 plus 3. That's a 11. No, 8. Wait, 6 plus 3 is 9.
Nice. All right. As
I
you
swear I can math.
Look,
It's okay,
I
I
tried.
can't either.
Look, I tried to keep all these numbers, so it's very rare you get above 10, and we're still struggling with the math here. All right. So, as they come towards you, your reach is slightly longer than his as you clock him in the jaw. As this happens, all of a sudden, you watch as the water and the fire dissipate almost instantaneously.
Can I actually? I would like to jump on his head and try to bite it. Like I'm feral.
Oh yeah, sure. You punch him in the jaw, you flip over onto his back. As you do so, you start
Yes.
biting onto his head.
Yes.
Like these like
Yes.
sharp, pointy teeth start biting onto his head.
Yeah. Yes.
Immediately you notice that that the fire that you created and the water is now gone. As entering is what looks to be a very stern-looking individual. As wrapped in several bandages is a rather imposing figure with goggles that he wears over his eyes, wild kind of slovenly hair as he steps forward and says, "You lot are very noisy for this time of day. Here I was chasing a purse snatcher, and I find myself an arsonist and several thugs. You're all under arrest by the pro hero Eraserhead." And immediately, people start to run. The only one who doesn't is the guy who's using his eyeballs as billards, and he's just sort of feeling around trying to figure out how to get out. But you watch as Cleo lets go of Daydream and attempts to run.
Wait.
Yep.
Wait, as she lets go, I want to see if there's anywhere I can see Wildfire's wallet.
Yeah. All right. Make a mundane check.
Okay. Listen, I just rolled a 6 and a 5. Plus
That's
0 for
freaking
mundane.
amazing. All right.
Yeah.
So, as Cleo runs out, she does not notice anything at all. When Wildfire, you kind of almost instinctively, you see her escaping, and you like are just about to fly into this rage to go and chase her.
Yeah.
When you look over at Daydream, and you can see in her hand she has your wallet. All right. Olympic, the large granite dude, sort of, looks at you and looks at this guy and turns and immediately rushes towards him. Huge fist coming in to try and clock him in the jaw. As this happens, you watch as he pulls on that scarf around his neck and immediately wraps his wrist up, slips between his legs and ties it to his leg. As his arm slips downwards, his whole body lurches forward and he bangs his head on like one of the nearby tables. You watch as he then flips around and starts to bind him in this large, like very, very thick but somewhat elastic cloth and truss him up. The others know better than to get into a fight. Even Little Boy Blue, who, sort of still has like the smatterings of some of the fire on him, kind of puts himself out and he looks to specifically Wildfire and says, "I'll remember this. This ain't over." And he runs out. All right. At this point, he looks to you and says, "None of you move."
Oh my
I
god,
would
you're
surely
like
get
my
fired.
favorite pro hero ever. Could I get like your signature or something like that?
All right. As you say this, we're going to now cut forward a little bit. A couple of hours, well, say about an hour later, you guys are at the Pro Hero at a Pro Hero agency, giving your statements on what had happened. Everyone's statement seems to ring true, and they kind of want to give you all a very specific talking to. So they've put you all in a single room to basically just mull over for the time being.
Does anyone want some cotton candy to pass the time? I have some.
Yes, please. And she'll hold her hand out. Thank you.
No, I'm okay.
What's
Really hope they
wrong?
don't tell her parents.
Oh.
I'm so gonna get fired over this.
How many strikes do you have already?
How many strikes there in baseball?
3?
Yeah. It's about where I'm at.
Oh.
Maybe Margaret can cover for you.
So about that. Kind of knocked her out by accident.
What? You?
Oh.
Maybe it was okay that I didn't get into the school. Maybe I'm not cut out to be this hero.
Are you
Hey,
kidding me?
don't
You're
say
like
that.
the best of us. Yeah.
We did
I was ready
really
to burn
good.
people down.
I mean, I tried to stop this dude, and I even engulfed him in flames. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, that's my bad.
But you saved me from the weird evil kitty.
True, but then you try to throw him right into the fire.
Well, it just seemed like the best option at the time because I just was scared and it scratched my leg and I just thought, well, there's the fire. Let's get rid of it. And the cat was fine at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Cats are pretty flammable, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We learned some good. You know what, Olympic? Since I'm a 16-year-old entrepreneur, you can always work for me. You get fired.
Somehow that didn't make me feel better.
I know.
Felt like a
Lifeguarding isn't the
backhanded
same.
compliment.
You'll be fine, Olympic. Every little kid adores you. You have like all the best slogans. They could market the hell out of you. I'm not supposed to say that word.
Why
Market?
not? Why not?
That's not the bad word, obviously.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's a damn shame.
It is a damn shame.
Oh,
What?
Trying to market yourselves when I think you all did a great job.
Who is
Sometimes.
that?
thank you.
Sometimes villains need to be treated like trash. Some of them just need to burn.
That's a
mean,
little-
You look around this like police room, there's no one in it. You can see like there's a security camera, there's like a big steel chair in front of you, you're all sitting around it, but the voice is coming from around you.
What the heck?
was that one
What?
of your clones, Olympic?
I know. Was it one of you guys?
Nah, bro.
No.
Okay, I have to ask, like, do they all maintain their individuality in you until you like summon them?
Like I think, yeah, kind of in a way. Like I think of like one of like the little like water bottle containers. Like they're all each of like they have their own. Like each water bottle contains like a clone, and so like when I look over and talk, like their head pops out of the spigot. Nah, bro, and then just goes right back in.
Yeah, which is why it's really sad when one of them evaporates.
Got it. Got
Aw.
it.
Yeah.
Now, a giant square tile falls from the ceiling and lands on the table with this very, very loud thwang as you see the head of a person who looks familiar to you, but, you know, it's somewhat unknown, pops out. It is this gentleman.
How did you even get in
Sorry.
here?
Oh my god, I thought you meant the head fell through the ceiling.
Oh gosh.
He's dead.
My head is still attached. Thank you for checking. But listen,
Someone murdered him.
I haven't been murdered. Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Now listen, you kids here, I already told you, okay? Hero's not a place for folk like you. You got something else inside of you. And I can show you what that is if you'll let me. But you can't do it from in here. Not by playing by their rules. You know this to be Knuckle Duster. We're now going to a flashback scene, which I'm going to give you guys a chance to do. You guys will have a chance to earn a power-up, depending on your flashback. And this is your flashback to an incident with Knuckle Duster, who you met after you had failed the hero entrance exam. The reason you would fail the entrance exam, for those of you who do not know, is the simple fact that you were using your powers outside of regulations, and during the exam in which a real hero showed up, it was deemed that the incident would be better suited if you were attending the following year.
Listen, my academic records are supposed to be private until I sign those over. That's very rude of you.
Sorry, my bad.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
My quirk is to narrate, not to observe cease and desists. So, all right. So let's start with Wildfire this time. Wildfire, give us your flashback
Of when she met him?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of dejected after hearing that she wasn't going to make it in the entrance. You kind of see her walking down the sidewalk, mumbling to herself a little, trying to figure out what is she going to tell her parents, that she failed getting in and she'll have to wait another year to be able to just even apply one more time, when this individual kind of from the alleyways suddenly speaks out to her, calling her name. Are you kidding me? That's like super creepy stuff. But she'll wander down that alleyway anyway. Because why not?
Look, super creepy it may be, but it gets the job done. Sometimes you can't work from the light of the streets when the normal people live. Sometimes you gotta go to where the creeps are to lay down real justice.
Wasn't that what heroes are supposed to do anyway? What's the point of having stupid powers if we weren't supposed to use them yet? What, I'm supposed to turn it off? This is how I'm supposed to be. She's pissed and she'll kick a rock on the ground.
You're right. You've every right to be angry. This society takes so much from us and puts everyone in a cage. It's not until you rattle that cage that people start to take notice.
Thank you.
But are you gonna rattle it to make things easier for yourself or harder for those that piss you off?
Yeah, well, my parents would never let me do that anyway. I'll get grounded.
Well, maybe sometimes we need a little bit of encouragement. Someone to help shake that cage.
What, are you like a teacher or something? Is this like a private school gig in an alleyway?
I don't take on apprentices or students anymore. But if ever you feel like you need to shake those cages, kid. And he hands you what looks to be like a black mask. Like, it's just basically a handkerchief symbol of the one that he's wearing, right?
Some scissor cutouts.
Yeah, just some scissor cutouts and stuff. He says, I hope you do what's right and use that rage for something. And
she'll snag that from him and just kind of look at it.
Yeah, as you look at it and you look back for him, he's disappeared.
Batman. How did he do it?
All right. You earn that power-up token. Well done. Next up, Daydream.
Okay. So after the incident when Daydream didn't make it through her entrance exams, she immediately goes to see her mother, who is in the hospital in a coma, and she goes to sit next to her and sadly confess she's sitting down. Just, Mom, I'm sorry. I wanted to make you proud, but it didn't happen this time. But maybe later. I don't know. I'm sorry. I really wanted to impress you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'll try better next time. I promise. And just as she says that, that's when Mr. Knuckle, what's his name? Knuckle Duster?
His name is Knuckle Duster. But
Mr. Knuckles!
Mr. Knuckles.
Mr. Knuckles walks in.
Mr. Knuckles.
He does so, but this time he does not come in his street attire. He's dressed like honestly, like a guy who's just about to go to court. So as he comes in, he has a small like handful of flowers as he walks in and says, "You mind if I come in?"
Yeah. Do you know my mom?
Yeah, we're old friends, she and I. Your dad too.
That's nice.
He changes the flowers on the windowsill, and sort of puts them in a little like newspaper thing to take the old ones away. He says, I always wondered what their kid was gonna be like. And don't worry about that hero stuff, kid. It's overrated anyway.
Well, I was hoping if I could be a hero, maybe I could be a hero for my mom and help save her.
He kind of looks at you, and you can kind of see that behind his chiseled jaw, his like heart like kind of trembles a little bit as you say that. And he's like, your mom used to say something to me all the time. He used to say that making the perfect macaron is not about waiting for it to be perfect. It's about doing what you can. Because even if you fail, the result can be just as sweet.
That's really nice. I really like that. That does sound like my mom would say something like that.
Yeah, I don't eat sweets. He turns, but as he's about to leave, he says, "For when you know the time is right." And he puts a dirty black handkerchief on the table here, next to you again with the little cutout eye bits, and leaves and closes the door.
Thanks, Mr. Knuckles. She'll put it in her pouch.
All right. Olympic.
As we leave the room, Olympic's gonna try to cheer on Wildfire and Daydream as we're all just kind of leaving, and he's like, "Come on, guys, we can keep your heads up. Next year we got this." And his clothes gonna pop out like bloop, bloop, and it's gonna be like, "Wildfire, Wildfire, she's so hot. Daydream, please give me your cotton floss. It's so good." Just very cheerleader-esque. But as they walk away, they all just kind of slowly go back into his water bottles, and he puts his hands in his pockets and just kind of walks over to a local pond that he likes to go to and sits on a bench looking at the water as the sunset hits. And he kind of just has his head down a bit, just really thinking. And then that's when I guess
I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I was thinking of, what would be absolutely hilarious, is if your flashback was you just sit on a bench and there's just the handkerchief next to you. You just there's no deep and meaningful with Knuckles. You just find one of these. No, I'm not gonna do that. I wanted to put that out there.
And for that you get no power up point, because that would suck.
What is this?
Wait, did I fail? Did I not get a power up? Did I fail?
Yeah, you failed.
Yeah, I failed.
No, you didn't. No, you get a power up as well.
You.
No, you get a power up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
I got distracted with how touching it was.
Up a cat.
Exactly. I had to. Yeah, that's true.
You brought us into true anime form. I was like, sadness in a hospital.
I know.
Oh no.
Oh no! Don't go to a hospital. This is where all the bad things happen.
No.
All right. On the bench in a small pond, You have a bag
Oh,
of bread.
in the small pond. Got it.
In the middle of the pond, about here high, right?
Uh.
You're sitting in the pond.
It just keeps
Consider
getting
this
worse.
your motion. When you have
just
sad
keeps
days,
getting
you just go
worse.
sit in fountains
well, you know what?
and ponds.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean, you absorb it through all your body, you know, and stuff. It's probably why you got a job in the pool, really. I mean, right?
Yeah.
As a guy like sort of stands by the pond, looking at you, soaking your woes away, and he says, "You're scaring the ducks."
Sorry. What? Oh, hey, Mr. Knuckles, was it?
Yeah. Come on, kid.
Hey.
Get out of the pond. He reaches down to grab your hand.
I think I'm okay.
You watch as he then takes off his jacket and he like wades into the pond and like sits next to you.
Oh, scoot over for him. Hey, it was thanks for saving us back there. You're a real hero, man.
He doesn't seem to say anything.
Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about what I should do next, and I think I should I think I should maybe calm down with the clones a little bit, you know?
You mean to be who you are, you gotta stop being who you are. People used to tell me that all the time.
Yeah, I
mean, why
don't-
not, right? Make your life a bit easier. Look.
You're gonna see like since it's sunsetting, it'll hit in such a way that you see like streams kind of going down his face. My face, Olympic's face.
Says, you know, I knew All Might. We met once, long time ago. He told me about a fight he made against a villain who could turn water into vinegar.
Oh, that.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't really a fight. He went into a river to rescue this kid. Cried a lot that day too. You see,
Oh.
being a hero isn't about, you know, always looking like a hero. About beating the bad guys and saving people. It's not about that at all. You know what it is? It's knowing that when you're at your lowest, you lift people up. You celebrate them more than you celebrate yourself because that's what it's all about. Heroes today, they don't get that. They don't know what it's like. They celebrate themselves high and loud. They build monuments to their own hubris. Meanwhile, those who do the real help, who celebrate their friends when they're low, they end up in ponds, soaking.
I got a question for you. Those heroes that are self-absorbed, are they happy?
Some, probably. Yeah, why not? If that's what's important. But you know what? If I had to choose to be self-absorbent, I would choose to absorb myself. All of me. Who I am, who I want to be. And he stands up out of the water, and he gives you a water-soaked handkerchief.
Just pulls it out from under the water.
Well, yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I don't know if this will be useful now, but
As you look at it, you look back and you just see like the ripples of where he was standing, but he's not there. You didn't then watch this line of bubbles just start leaving you.
I'd like to pretend those are small fart bubbles that he leaves. He's holding his nose in his mouth, but his butt just like releases a little.
all right. That Olympic is gonna go into the water too and go the other way.
Beautiful. All right. All right. You get a power token as well. So everyone's gotten a power token from this encounter. Now,
Woo.
we fast forward a little. Your bail has been paid by Knuckles, who now appears in this way and looks at you all. He says, yeah, they told me about everything that had happened, and, well, look, your parents don't need to know that your Uncle Knuckles set you loose today. But, you guys gotta be more careful. You guys are, pretty fierce. Not many people can walk into the Grimjack bar and out again like it was nothing. Least of all, set the damn place on fire. And
Those people were a bunch of stupid jerkheads anyway.
He puts his hand on your head, like kind of like an affectionate pat, even with the fire. And you see him sort of smile, and he says, "Atta-go, you tell him. You never stop telling him." And as he pulls his hand back, you can kind of see his hand is actually smoking, like the leather glove he's wearing.
This was a bad idea.
No, he's
Here, I got that.
freaking. Oh yeah, you put his hand out, and as you do.
I should have used my clone's hand.
As you do so, Knuckles' hands have always felt big and heavy, and that is exactly how you feel. Like he carries a lot more on his shoulders than he lets on. He says to Daydream, "I like your sweet shop, but I think
Thank you.
But I think today, especially, your mom would have been very proud."
That means a lot. Thank you, Uncle Knuckles.
I do not consent to that.
You said it first. So now it's canon.
It's true.
He turns and walks away. Okay,
bye.
But you can see
you guys had two good pep talks.
But you can see that there's like kind of like he's kind of like embarrassed a little bit. But
You never get anything, do you?
you never get anything.
Olympic is just getting destroyed, man.
Let me get
We're
there.
the
I've got a thing.
favorites.
I got
Wow,
a thing.
This is why Olympic is the camera below. The two favorites are on top.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Well, you know what it is. You know what it is. It could just be the one dude carrying the rest of us. Like,
Oh yeah, on like the shoulder.
Yeah,
Lift
yeah.
us up, Olympic.
Okay. So, Olympic, as Knuckles
Don't make it
leaves
look
without
that hard.
as Knuckles leaves, only like kind of giving you a passing glance, you kind of for a moment contemplate like saying something, but you're interrupted by a tug at your sleeve. You can see a schoolgirl with pigtails who sees you. You recognize her as the girl whose backpack she was struggling with in the alleyway. She says, "There you go."
Sorry, are we out of the police station now?
Yes. Yeah, you're in the street.
She broke in.
She was
Wham!
in jail.
Her
No.
head also falls from the ceiling.
No, that was my bad. No, you guys are kind of like on the street outside the police station.
Okay, that makes
Yeah. You can tell she was likely waiting out on the street for you guys as she grabs onto your sleeve and tugs on you. She says, "Hi. You were one of the guys who helped me today."
yeah, it wasn't just me though. I had help from my friends.
Yeah, I saw. Thanks. I really appreciate it. You see that she starts to cry in front of you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. One of my clothes will come out. No, it's cool. No, you gotta save these for later.
That's okay. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we're out in the streets. Get back in.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I was supposed to come to the city and become a hero, you know? And I tried for the academy, but I just couldn't do it, you know? There's so many talented people, and I couldn't tell my parents, you know? I thought I could maybe just stay and figure something out, but then a villain tries to rob me, and I couldn't even protect myself. What am I even doing here?
Hey, I'm gonna get down on one knee. It's okay. I mean, first of all, with your parents, some of us wish we could talk to them and tell them our failures too. You know, it could be hard. And sometimes that fire that you have inside of you when you first get here, and then it can get extinguished sometimes. But you got to keep that fire burning, even in the darkest of times, even when it's about to go out. And you just got to go with the flow. And when the flow takes you somewhere, it's going to take you to somewhere beautiful.
Aww. Make a heroics check or a mundane check. The choice is yours.
Dick.
Let's see how effective this is. He's been rolling so well.
What was it?
Heroics or mundane.
Okay, it's gonna be an 8, and I'm gonna say, if you will let me say, he's trying, since it's not like a total succeed, he's also trying to like convince himself that at the same time. So he's like unsure.
Given the nature in which that you have put this into context, I'm going to give you a passive +2 plot bonus to that roll. Which will bring you to 10.
Yeah!
All right. As you do so, she sort of, you know, wipes her tears, and she feels a lot better, comforted by these simple words. In that moment, all three of you realize something. Heroes can, you know, fight giant monsters and, you know, supervillains. But it's moments like this that you think Knuckles was talking about. People who suffer maybe quietly, that need help that only you guys can provide. She turns to you and says, "Thank you, all of you. I'm not going to stop trying. I'm going to keep that fire alive. I'm going to find my own way. And I think I can do it. Thank you for helping me again." And she bows a couple of times.
So, what's your powers? Or what's your quirk?
She says, well, seeing as you asked, she kind of looks around a little bit, and she opens up her backpack and she pulls out a laptop. As she does so, she kind of looks like she's pretending to type, but you notice that little sparks come from her fingers, these like little golden, like almost like Kansas sunset over a cornfield, kind of yellow, as they travel across the keyboard. And you see that inside the computer, there's a version of herself with kind of superhero outfit on, with the pigtails kind of flowing almost like a particulate in the air as she sort of smiles and waves at you from on the other side of the screen.
What? So there's like her in the screen and then her in front of us?
Yeah, the one in front of you is very
Okay.
plain. You know, she's got like glasses on, the pigtails, looks very typical nerdy, but the one on the inside looks like a superhero.
Whoa. Guys, she's a graphic designer.
She seems a little embarrassed. Her face goes bright pink as you say this, and she goes, well, I should probably get going. And she fumbles down and she accidentally drops her laptop, and not hard, right? Like she just drops it and she goes to pick it up, and put it in her backpack.
Yeah, and no, it's super cool. Hopefully, maybe next year we'll be in the group together.
She
Wildfire's gonna nudge him a little bit to help like push him down to go help pick up the laptop.
Oh right. Let me help you.
As you lean down to pick up the laptop, your hand still kind of like slightly wet from the clone you had summoned earlier, and her hand sort of go over each other, and you see this little spark go between the two.
Oh.
She quickly snatches up the laptop and puts it in, and then, you know, bows a few more times, bows at Wildfire and Daydream, and then you watch as she hastily makes her way down the street, with Olympic not even having time to have, like, stood up before she's already out of sight.
Good God, what would you do if we weren't here to help you out?
That was beautiful.
Hey, maybe we should hang out a little bit more, you know?
She's gone, bro.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait. Oh, hey, what? Where'd you guys get here?
Oh my gosh, you should have asked for her number right away. Why didn't you just...
It's okay. It seems like it's probably true love, which means you'll probably run into her again sometime.
That's true.
What? Love? No. 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 No.
Little mini
what?
yous
No.
are coming out of your skin. It's like in your sweat. I'm imagining just like little...
They're like, don't be shy.
No, you know what? Great talk, you guys. Hey, I gotta go, get fired, and then he's gonna do like the dust cartoon runaway.
Now, as you do the dust cartoon runaway, you turn, and as you do so, you realize that as you bend down to pick up the laptop, you drop something out of your pocket, and you seem to be stepping on it. It is the black bandana that that Knuckles gave you.
Do not wash your jeans since you last wore them.
How long
And then there
ago
for
was
months.
the flashback? Yeah.
I mean,
Not long ago, not too long ago. And,
I mean,
let's
when you
say
get
about
into
a couple
the water, the chlorine, you know, kind of washes everything for you. So
Chlorine is not washing your clothes. That's what smells so bad.
I'm sorry. It's either that or use Axe body spray.
Oh God, no.
Oh,
No.
no.
That stuff
Yeah.
is flammable. I'd prefer if you didn't.
You're thrown back to a commercial on the telly of this like guy with axes for hands and an axe for a head. Power! And then that's you know, that's the canon ad.
Hey,
Actually,
when did you get that thing, by the way?
almost right after we attempted the school test.
You mean when we saved them and then they kicked us out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Knuckles came over and I mean, dude went out of his way and got into the pond with me, and he gave me it.
Well, I
gave
didn't
me one
bathe with
too.
him, but I got one.
I didn't bathe with him either, but
Sorry, I can't stay in character.
I can't either. I've just been breaking all night. Literally everything comes with a laugh at the end.
Remember, we're children. These are innocent comments.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry. It just was too funny to pass up.
I know. I think you know that now that it was you mentioned it. Anyway, I think we should go talk to Knuckles.
Wasn't he just here though?
Yeah, we just talked to him.
You're right. Maybe we
I didn't know.
I don't know at this point. Maybe we put these on our head and sing Kumbaya or something.
I don't know what they do either. Do we like put him on and they summon him again? Do we just go and fight things wearing these? I can't wear this. It'll put my hair out.
Maybe it's just meant to be a token to say we can do it.
Yeah, you would think that.
Sensing a little frustration in your voice.
All right, you know what? Give me a second.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I wasn't
We
gonna,
pissed off the DM.
I wasn't
What
gonna,
have we done?
I wasn't gonna pull this out today, but apparently we need it out. So,
What's
Okay.
coming
Yes,
out?
we do.
So somewhere across the vast expanses around you, there's a man in a chair. His quirk is very unique.
Xavier. Is he a professor? No, that's the wrong universe. I'm sorry.
Well, hello there. I'm the narrator. My quirk is the ability to narrate exactly what is happening at any given time. Our three heroes find themselves standing in front of the police station, suddenly inspired to become heroes themselves. Though without licenses, this poses a great problem. That thanks to the inspiration of their mentor Knuckles, they now know that show path before them is to be vigilantes and perform a series of heroic yet suddenly fast-paced action scenes in order to prove that they are worthy of the title of hero, even if society doesn't deem them so. I'm the narrator.
Time for a montage.
Thank you for listening.
Oh,
Correct. Time for a
sorry.
montage.
Also, if you get the cadence a little differently, you could really do Morgan Freeman.
I reckon I
Oh,
could.
so close.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So, putting on your hats or your bandanas or tying them wherever you'd like, I'm going to ask you guys to describe superhero moments for each of you. And we're going to do rapid fire succession. So let's go. Starting with Daydream. Act of heroism. Go.
Shit, I was just. She fucking sleeps so hard.
All right. First scene of the montage is Daydream fast asleep. You can see that there is a fire nearby as some people are panicked, and you watch as what happens in this fire as you're asleep near this raging inferno.
She is sleeping so hard because she is trying to make her dream world become a reality. And she is going to try and break through the dream world to reality and make rain come down and put the fire out while she's sleeping. Because she's in her most powerful mode when she's sleeping.
All right, let's
Somewhere
make
Wildfire's cursing under an umbrella.
let's make a control check and see if you can do that.
Hey, I love this.
Olympics doing like dancing in the rain movements behind her.
Oh, shit! I rolled 2 6s. No,
Woo! All right. There is
holy shit.
There is a massive downpour and the fire is put out. More importantly, you watch as these tiny little, they're kind of like sheep, but they're like made of water from the rain. And they seem to have like in them like people from the actual fire sort of bouncing out. and like being taken to safety as this is happening. All right, Wildfire. There is a cat in a tree.
Freaking tree! And I go and I just punch the bark until the cat falls down.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, let's go with a threat challenge then.
Perfect.
You threaten that tree.
10 plus 3 is 13.
All right.
Yeah!
As you smack the tree, the cat falls out and into your arms. As it does so, it says, "I told you I'd be back."
Ah! And I throw it against the wall.
All right. Meanwhile, Olympic, you
The
find
cat has 7 lives now. Everyone's keeping track.
Right.
Olympic, you find yourself an elderly lady who has like 5 or 6 heavy bags of groceries that she's kind of like walking through the streets with.
Okay, cool. Not exactly what I know what to do with this, but I'm gonna try something really quick. I'm gonna be like,
No, Grandma.
"All right, gang," and then all of my clones are gonna come out of their water bottles. But I'm gonna say, "All right, guys, everyone, huddle in.
All right.
We're gonna do something a little different. Absorb into me."
Okay.
Music.
Absorb into me.
they dive into you.
How does that happen? Like, do you drink them? Do they just walk into you?
Like they're trying to put one of them's trying to put their foot in your mouth, like.
Yeah, like stretching it. I'm going in.
I did it. How about off
Well, okay.
camera? We see like the old lady, and then like all of a sudden this gigantic shadow comes over her, and you see like this very watery fingers pick up all of her trash bags or her grocery bags.
Nice. All right. All of her groceries get picked up by this giant watery finger. And the old lady looks at you and adjusts her glasses. Oh yeah. Thank you, Sonny. All right, for quiet sort. Okay. Oh. And meanwhile, inside of this giant clone. Because you lack the ability to breathe underwater. As you take the groceries and you place it in her car, all the grocery bags are soaking wet. Okay. Meanwhile, Daydream. There is Daydream. There is a bus filled with noisy passengers, like really rowdy people. You're kind of on this bus as like you see these like kind of guys walking up to this this kind of pretty woman and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Hey, when's your stop? Maybe you'd like to come and get a drink with us." "Yeah, no, we like to party."
She'll get up and walk over and just say, "Hey, leave her alone. That's not very nice."
They kind of look at each other. They look at you. And it's like, what are you gonna do about it? Short stuff.
Well, I threw a cat into a fire once, so you should be careful.
Make a threat challenge.
Is that like in your LinkedIn bio? I threw a cat into a fire once.
Jesus.
What's the what threat? A threat. That's an 8.
All right. With an 8 on the threat, that is a success. All right, they just sit down. They have absolutely no intention of messing. No one wants to mess with the kid who burns cats.
Daydream will hand out candy floss to everybody on the bus.
They eat candy and they're quite enjoying it. All right, Wildfire. You can see that there is what looks to be a cyclist going really, really fast on their bike on the pathway as a ball or soccer ball kind of passes in front of them. The guy on the cycle is kind of like on his phone, and you can see this little kid like kind of walking out and about to walk into the path of the bicycle.
I would like to use like almost a hair whip to grab the wheel and can burn it so it slows down.
Nice. Let's go with control.
Oh, good. That's not high. Perfect. Oh, that is a 3.
Oh!
Oh,
All right.
no.
You reach out, and as you whip around, this dude's bike melts. His whole bike just turns into this puddle of slag on the ground as this guy goes, "Hey! Oh, man!" And as this happens, the little kid comes out and grabs the ball, and you can see it's Kevin. He looks at you,
Ah, frick!
and he does this.
Kevin! I'll see you tomorrow
And
morning. Show up on time next time.
And he waddles off. "You can't make me, miss! I ain't going to school!"
Like to throw a flaming cabbage at his head.
Do the roar. Do the roar. All right. Okay. At this point, Olympic, as this is all ensuing as well, you suddenly hear the sound of a bank alarm blaring. A car out of the front of this this heist is happening, and you can see several like kind of low key supervillains, you know, sort of grabbing what looks to be a ATM and like trying to load it onto the back of this ute by brute force.
Okay.
Also, before we begin,
So
we have Olympic. You have something special. Thanks to a kind donation of the Reeves family, you have Plus Ultra.
Plus Ultra.
Plus Ultra!
Plus Ultra.
Which means that you will get to use a undeniably critical super move at any point in time you want during the game.
How much longer do we have of the game?
About 45 minutes, maybe pushing an hour, but you know, we'll see.
Okay, cool. I shall hold it. Okay, so there's the truck and then guys trying to pull an ATM out, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have my clones just go under the truck and have it on the wheels, and then just have the truck start just sliding away.
All right. As they do so, you can see that they're lifting up and they're trying to load it. Let's get a control check from you, or a heroics check.
Oh crap. All right, heroics would be better. Oh. 6.
You do have your power token from your flashback.
Oh, sure. No. Things haven't been going. We need to stay on storyline basis, okay? No, Olympics gonna fail this because this is just what's happening.
All right.
Can't do anything right now.
Okay, the thugs go to lift the ATM, but the car moves before they get a chance to put it on. There's a crash sound as the ATM crashes into the concrete, and these 3 guys are like confused as to what's happening. The car does lift and slides down the road into the middle of the intersection during a red light. And as it does so, there's this bang!
Oh no! What happened? I'm gonna start going down
Slice.
there.
And you just leave the scene of the crime. All right. Now, as we get to this point, you all gather up to kind of share your stories with one another for your epic day of heroism without having to worry about rules and stuff like that. And it's been very liberating. As you all see each other in the distance. Daydream, you know, happy and super cheerful about the fact that you've successfully managed to do a whole bunch of stuff. Wildfire, kind of angry still, like kind of like in that kind of punk rock kind of way.
I destroyed things.
And Olympic kind of looking like he's hiding from the cops. And it is here that you guys start to, well, you guys take a moment to catch up. How was your day?
This was actually really freaking fun, y'all. We should have done this forever ago. Why did we even bother applying to that stupid school when we can make a big enough difference doing what we need to do on our own?
Yeah, I agree. I had so much fun.
Yeah, me too. Oh man, it was great. One of the heads pop out of the water bottle. We crashed a car.
Oh,
Did
no.
what?
Why?
I'm still trying to. I thought one thing and the other thing happened, so it just seems like I guess I'm not really thinking about what happens after I do my powers. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening. I helped an old lady get her groceries into a car. I did this really cool super move that I never did before. It's something, Knuckles told me. It was a saying he did, but I didn't think about, getting the water off of the bags afterwards. I was just so excited. And yeah, I saw that old lady back at the grocery store literally like 20 minutes after, so.
That's cool. So did you
Yeah.
lose some of your clones in that water?
No, it's just like, maybe, might have lost like a fingertip or something. That's
Oh, yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. The
You can
cost of
easily
battle.
faucet replenishes it, it's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, free healthcare.
Now, where you stand in the middle of the town, there is a large screen that like kind of does advertising and stuff like that. And you watch as like all of the screens, not just that one, but like in a electronic store with all the TVs and stuff like that. All of a sudden, the screens begin to change, and as they do, you see this figure. Hey everyone!
Oh.
It's me, Viral. I'm gonna be your new 21st century superhero right here in the big city. And I gotta admit I've had a bit of a rough start, but today is my first debut. I'm gonna be doing a lot to help a lot of people out there, whether or not those stuffed shirts over at the Hero Licensing Center want to give me a license or not. That's right. Welcome to the Vigilante channel, and I'll be your host. So strap yourselves in as we go and do some heroism. Yeah! And you watch as this like kind of slideshow animation of like these cats and like love hearts kind of swipes over the screen, and you can see there's a picture of her by like the swimming pool that Olympic worked at, and you can see there's Margaret soaking wet, kind of like a bandage wrapped around her head. She's got her phone and her phone screen's cracked, and she's like trying to use it. And all of a sudden, you watch as her screen turns alive, and you watch as like it shakes a little bit, and then the phone is suddenly like fixed. And then she looks around, she's like super confused, and then we see Viral sort of appear on the screen, winking at the screen, and then making like the shush kind of gesture. Then another scene where she slips down and heads towards like this guy who's like really down in his luck. And he's standing by an ATM and he's looking at his bank balance, which is like negative $400. And then suddenly you watch as the yellow light goes into the ATM and just ding, 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 suddenly goes up to like $10,000. And then he's just like, he's like, oh my God. And he starts to withdraw money, and then more money just keeps pouring out. And you watch as she comes out and she's got like this like fur coat, and she's just like, making it rain, as she then swipes to another scene where she then's like on a rooftop. She does a little like kind of pirouette and spins and's like, so earlier on today, some big villain decided to have a fight with these heroes here in the middle of the West District, but they didn't clean up any of the mess that they made here. And these Transformers, well, they're full of radiation. They're super dangerous. So we're going to try and help put that out so that the people in this city aren't in danger. And as she goes to reach for it, power begins to absorb into her body, and she starts to get larger and larger on the screen. She continues to do so, but something seems wrong. Lightning continues to blast out of her as she gets bigger and bigger. She says, I got this! I got this! And in a few moments, her body begins to shift and transform. And we suddenly see Her body erupts in these pools of electricity. The transformers are safe, but all the power contained within her barely is holding. You turn your eyes beyond the screen to the west, and you can see her huge shape standing there, looking confused at its own hands. And as it does so, you suddenly see a call going out. A villain has been sighted in the West District. A villain has been sighted in the West District. Civilians, please clear the area and make way for the professional heroes.
Well,
You
forget
know-
that. They'll take forever. We're closer, right?
You are much, much closer.
Didn't she look familiar? I swear I've
yeah,
seen her
what?
before.
Was she the same girl?
She was the same girl. You recognize the the digital version.
Ah! Nothing's going right for me.
Oh,
We have to go save her. Just shut up and move over there.
Ah!
This is your chance to go be a hero for her.
Yeah, we have to get there first because if the heroes get there, they'll hurt her. So we have to save her and put her back to how she was. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
okay.
All right.
We'll run.
All right. You begin to sprint and make your way through the districts. As you do so, you pull up. This car pulls up beside you, and it appears to be an old granny. Hop in, kids. It's the granny that. It's the
Grandma!
I'm
Not
not
my
your.
grandma. Get in.
You get into this like camper, this like kind of minivan, where you can see like this back seat is like just wet for some reason, as she then floors it to the West District. It does not take you long at all.
Punch it, Grandma.
Grandma legs it as you make your way towards the West District, and as you do so, disembarking, you can see there's a ladder that leads up to the rooftop where Sophie, aka Viral, is currently like sort of rampaging. Now, looking for a way up, it does not take long, but there's this rattling sound coming from one of the nearby fire escapes, and you can see as these ladders suddenly and mysteriously drop down, creating a pathway up to the top floor. Looking around, you notice nothing out of the ordinary, except for a kind of a sullen, slightly bald, waterlogged cat that is in the alleyway here. As you make your way...
We run past it, kicking the cat out of the way. 6 lives.
Jesus. As you do so, you climb up to the top of the roof, and sure enough, lo and behold, you can see this large electric figure of this hulking person. Now, here's the other trouble. You can see that nearby, on another rooftop, just adjacent to the building you're on, is a tiny kite being flown by what appears to be a small child. It is Kevin. I'm gonna be Benjamin Franklin!
What are you doing here? They said that you're not even supposed to be up here. They said all the citizens have to evacuate. Are your ears dirty? You probably haven't cleaned those in years. Come on.
I'm not a citizen. I had a bath.
Oh my God, I'm gonna tell your mom everything. And you're walking at the front of the line from here on out till the end of the school year. And I'm gonna grab
looks at
the
you.
kite.
He looks at you.
Okay. Kevin? Ah, you're the worst.
All right.
I take the kite and I hand it to Daydream while picking up Kevin by the scruff of his, like, the back of his shirt and
Okay, so-
dragging him at least down to the alleyway. is
Okay,
my
so
idea.
to clarify, Kevin's on a different roof, and the kite is in
Oh.
the air, flying nearby this
Oh.
lightning creature.
I thought he was on the same roof that we were on.
No, he's on like the adjacent, like a slightly different building. All right.
All right. Well, I guess I won't have to deal with Kevin in the next few months. Jeez.
You know, sometimes being a hero, you have to do some things that you don't want to do. And that little boy, he could grow up, and you know what? He's probably jealous of you, Wildfire.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Have you even met Kevin? That's the kid that poops in your pool all the time, and you're the one who has to clean it out. You really think that's the kid you want looking up to you? Poop kid? Poop pool kid?
You're making this really hard for me, okay? I didn't know he was the one that pooped in the pool, and now you have me doing second thoughts.
He does it all the time. He brags on his walks about how he's holding it in for you, because he knows you have to be the one who cleans it every time.
Daydream, could you go inside of his mind and make him constipated for life?
I could try, but maybe not right now. Unless
that's a good
maybe
point.
that'll make him go to the bathroom. Maybe we could make him need to go to the bathroom so he leaves. I'll try that. Daydream will close her eyes.
He just...
Daydream's not gonna go to sleep yet. She's just gonna close her eyes and try and focus and try and like connect mentally with Kevin and convince him that maybe the opposite of constipation. I'm so sorry, Dak. I didn't mean to come on your channel.
Very well. Please make a control check or a cunning check to provide your powers as a laxative effect on a small child. Words I never thought I'd have to say.
You now have diarrhea.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Listen.
You said control or
Cunning, either or.
cunning? Ooh, 10.
Ooh, okay, with a 10. Kevin definitely does need to go potty, and thankfully, because you rolled high enough for a critical success, he will go, oh no! And he'll, Mom! As he'll run inside the building and out of danger. But you are not out of danger yet, as the rampaging monster of electricity is still there. It waves its arms around, and it's hitting some of the electric cables, causing them to fall down dangerously, lashing out with lightning. You can see that people have started to panic, and some of the news helicopters are flying in and around.
Okay, so... Like, what do we do? We haven't faced electricity before. I can't do anything. Like, electricity doesn't help water. I mean, water doesn't help electricity.
Are you kidding me? You can channel it. You need to help her get rid of it. She's too pent up on it. I don't know.
Why you like
That
this?
sounds right. I like this theory.
Help her release her energy.
Oh no! I just.
Just-
Good night, everybody.
No! No!
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna help her work off some of this energy. I'll fight against her, and then you try to channel it with your buddies.
Okay. But what if it doesn't work?
Well, then we're dead.
Yeah, that's
We have
true.
to try something. We have to try anything, right? Because we're heroes. Vigilante heroes.
Daydream, do you think you can, like, get into her mind and make her think about this space differently? Like that she can't hurt it or destroy it, and she'll just focus on the fight?
I can try. I can try to make her focus and calm her down a little.
Yeah, let's try that.
All
Okay.
right. Daydream, a control check for me, please.
All right. If this succeeds, Daydream's intention is to sort of like make her feel like she is in a room or like the space is very like I don't know. I'm just trying to like
a safe space.
Like earthy. Like
earthy?
like earthy because like grounding the electricity, right?
yeah.
Very earthy,
Okay,
calm, peaceful kind of thing. And she'll try and speak to her, but let's control, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, poop. That is a 7.
7. Okay. So, you do manage to create and conjure this daydream into the mind of this electric monster. As it does so, you kind of get a vision in your own dream of her in the middle of this lightning storm, kind of crouched over and holding onto her shoulders. She looks at you and she says, only 2 words. Please help.
She can see me?
She can see
Daydream
you.
try and reach her hand out to her?
She
Can
reaches
Daydream, like, reach her hand out? Say, take my hand!
She reaches out for you, and lightning crackles from the storm around her between you. In the same moment, the lightning creature swipes and swings at Daydream. Wildfire and Olympic, it's up to you. What do you do?
I am going to cover Daydream with my clones.
All right.
No, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. No. I didn't think about what would happen afterwards. I'm struggling.
As you do so, there's a moment of quiet. You know what? Hold on. We're gonna have a moment of quiet. Here we go.
Oh no. What
I
have you
just
done?
killed you.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
I just killed you.
So,
I literally like researched what water could do with electricity, and it was like, yeah, if you're like grounded, you could ground it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I was like, wait, hold on.
Olympic, your mind begins to proverbially swim. And all of a sudden, your clones start to pop up one after the other. And as they do, they look at you and they say, dude, we got you, bro. Do you ever wonder why, you find it so hard to, like, concentrate and think on your feet? It's because you got too many voices, man. It's because you spend all your time keeping all of us up in here, dude. You gotta let us out so you can be you. And then we can be you as well. Because we're all made of water. Except you, bro. You're real. The most real.
Bro, but I'm 60% water.
Oh, bro, did you know that? I didn't know that, bro. Well, how about we take that 40% of awesome and help our friend? But let's do it together, bro. We got you.
Yeah.
Yeah!
We're all gonna put our hands in the middle.
As you do this, all these hands start coming out as the various Olympics place their hands over and on top of you. I need you to make a heroics check.
Oh my gosh, that's an 11.
With a critical on your heroics. As this happens, the clones begin to grab onto each other's shoulders like they're cheerleading, and as the hand comes to sort of grab them, it channels the electricity through their bodies, and then you just sort of watch them go, whoa, it's like a massage, bro, as they just get electrocuted. But you watch as they are very careful, and they control themselves to create a perfect circle around where Daydream is, so that there isn't any water there. You even watch as some of them start to like breathe in and sort of suck the moisture out of the air around it. So there's like now this like kind of wall of electricity that is like protecting your friends. You watch as they then sort of start to converge like they did before, as you now have mass Olympic, but you don't have to be inside it. You can be outside it and can control it perfectly normally, because that is your critical success.
Whoa! Good! Wow! Sorry, not time to celebrate. Okay, cool. Oh, whoa! You guys are awesome!
All right. Nah, you're awesome, bro. And he kind of does these finger clicks. And it starts to like rain a little. All right.
Oh, not over wildfire.
Wildfire, what do you do?
Trying to dodge these water droplets. What? Her name's Sophie? Sophia?
Sophie.
Sophie. Okay. I am going to run up to Sophie and try to engage her, kind of reinforcing daydreams, kind of like calming effect that she's trying to do through this. Like, you gotta breathe through it. I know you're feeling really angry right now.
So
Nice. All right, let's go with heroics on that one. You're trying to influence.
Yeah.
You're trying to influence Sophie here.
That is a 10.
Oh, nice, nice. You see that she starts to look at you, and while she looks like she's thrashing around, angry eyes blaring with lightning, she starts to breathe deeper.
That's right. Look at me. Breathe it in. That air helps you control it. And you can almost see like her own fiery hair being like cooled down, calming and bringing it down. You have to control that.
You watch as these waves of soothing warmth wash over the rooftop here. Olympic?
If you get angry, you have to have something to hit. And she's going to point towards Olympic's little water thing. Or big water thing.
No, that's not what I was gonna do.
Oh, sorry. Just kidding.
No,
Just kidding.
You already said it.
Don't tase me, bro! Whack! He tased
That was
me.
the idea.
All right, Olympic, what do you do?
I was gonna be really. No, it's fine.
Okay,
So did
Daydream.
it happen or no?
Yeah, no, you know what? I think it's just funny if she gets tased. I mean, it's still alive. It's still there.
Jesus.
It just gets tased.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen. This is what I was gonna do. Okay, this is what I was gonna do. All right, I was gonna do a really sweet moment where I was gonna use my plus ultra and be like, yeah, control it, and have my big giant water dude try to reach out for her hand and try to control it. That didn't happen now.
Well,
It
it
could. Maybe
probably.
as her fist comes to yours.
Let's get a control check from you, and then we'll see how well you get tased or not.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay, with an 8.
You have your plus, right?
I don't have a plus.
no,
I have my
you-
plus ultra.
Yeah,
but we're
he-
just seeing how bad I get tased.
Yeah, I think he used the +2 before. All right. So
Oh,
as
okay,
you
okay.
grab on, the electricity channels into the watered body. It is definitely tased, but it hasn't quite settled it down. It is now just a maelstrom of lightning and water in your shape. And he like goes in for the like his ultra move, right? It is the chest hug, the bro hug, as he does the pats on the back. But electricity is like churning through it. You watch the kind of grimacing, pained face of the clones as the water is now boiling and bubbling, and you can just see these whiffs of steam shooting out from it. Meanwhile, inside the dream realm, Sophie continues to talk. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on.
I was gonna say, can I do like a big power move? How does that work? Like,
You can.
So there's like a sacrifice that comes with it.
Well, you can either do a basic plus ultra move, which means you need to land a critical hit to succeed without consequence.
Okay.
Everything else will be considered to be a success with a price to be paid. Alternatively, you can knock yourself out of the scene, and in doing so, automatically succeed on a plus ultra.
Shit. Okay. I will. Oh no, that's too many options, Dad. Why are you giving me so many
It's two options.
I will-
I mean, you want to do a big thing. There's the big thing.
Okay, big thing. I will knock myself out after.
Okay, heroic
So,
sacrifice.
Daydream. Yeah, Daydream will. This is what. Tell me if I can even do this. I don't know. Daydream will try and fall asleep completely, and like go into her like astral projection form, like come out of her body and walk over to Sophie, or fly over to Sophie.
You do so, and you are
and
completely
she'll say-
invulnerable.
Okay, and she'll say, "Do you trust me?"
She looks up at you, hesitant at first, but then reaches out. Lightning gets close, and she pulls her hand back. But she reaches out again, and this time grabs onto you.
Okay, so Daydream will take her hand, and Daydream will sort of like consume into Sophie and try and also help her control her powers with her own powers. If that makes sense.
Nice.
Go inside of Sophie and become one with her.
All right. Well, in which case, you all watch as this whole thing is unfolding, and the creature starts to change and shift. Something is definitely happening. You watch as its bright yellow colors start to shift and turn back and forth, almost confused in a way, before settling on a lovely pink color. And that you can kind of see that Daydream has some measure of control. They stop rampaging as much. But as this happens, the sound of thunder pealing across the sky is suddenly heard. As the sky parts, a hurricane blows down. A voice cracks through.
Villain beware, for I, the Cobalt Queen, shall deal unbridled justice to you for your transgressions against the good people of this city.
Descending from above, you see a blue-skinned, almost metallic kind of woman. In her hand is an orb that seems to have the ability to control the weather. Cobalt Queen has the ability of weather-based powers, and she was kind of prepared here to deal with a lightning monster. And reaches forward and blasts a huge beam of blue lightning into the body of the electric monster. Daydream, this is going to be a status effect for you and for Sophie as it blasts into your body.
Shit.
All right. What do you guys do?
So sorry, what's happening to me?
You
Like,
are now.
Am I just out now?
No. Your body is still there and unconscious. Your spirit, your soul, is in the electric monster along with Sophie. You feel that pain in your chest as if it were your own because you're occupying that body as well as it's hit and moves backwards.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my giant, or I'm gonna scream out, and then my giant's gonna scream out and be like, "No, stop! What are you doing? There's two children in there. Those are children."
She looks down towards you and looks at the giant water version of you. Deceivers! Other criminals will not sway my hand. if you, giant hydro person, intend to ally yourself with this lightning demon, then you'd best think again. For I, Queen Kobold, a master of the elements, and water and lightning are but putty in my hand. And you watch as she creates this thunder cloud around her. Make a heroism check here.
9.
Nice. With a 9, you manage to get there in time as as basically these massive lightning blasts start to head down in your direction, and your version of you kind of puts their arm out. As it does so, the blast cuts the arm off, and you watch as the what will remain of the giant's left hand turns into a puddle of water with lots of faces of you going, "You got this, bro."
Oh.
Ah! I would like to use my plus ultra. Or no,
Yes!
I already used it. I already used it by
No,
hugging her.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
No?
You didn't use your plus ultra. No, because you said you were going to use it, but you didn't.
Okay. I'm gonna use my plus ultra.
All right, plus ultra is an automatic success, which means I get to put a minute timer on, and you just tell me what the hell happens from the perspective of Olympus. All right, here we go. Olympic, here we go.
Okay.
Minute starts now.
As Olympic sees his fallen self go down to the ground, he's gonna just be yelling at this cyborg lady, just like, "Stop! You gotta stop! That's a part of me, and you're destroying me as you're doing this! What are you doing? You're not thinking about what's gonna happen afterwards! That's what it takes to be a hero! You need to think about what happens afterwards! You are destroying children! My friend is in there! Another girl is in there! But you don't care, do you? All you are doing is you're thinking about yourself! You're not thinking about anyone else! Alright? So why don't you take a moment, think about what a hero would do, and think about the situation in front of you, alright? Think about it. These are children. What if this was you being controlled by this ultimate power? And the first thing that came to your rescue was a hero who wanted to destroy you, huh? Think about it for a second.
Woo!
All right. Everything said and done is an automatic critical success, which means that as you speak to her, the Kobold Queen's stern face, one that the city knows is supposed to be unflappable, for a brief moment, a look of concern washes over her face. She clenches her teeth. As much as she doesn't like being told what it means to be a hero by someone from the streets, she knows you're right. And she says,
Fine. Then how do you propose we stop this creature's continued expanse? By my calculations, its power continues to grow. And before long, it will turn into a bomb that will detonate an electromagnetic pulse that will spread beyond the city, but to the countryside as well. Quiet. Sorry. That was my Fitbit. I just
You need to get more steps in.
Yeah, well, I fly, so I don't get many steps. The EMP is big enough to spread out to the countryside. With vehicles and infrastructure destroyed, it'll be a countless series of catastrophes. How do you propose we stop this if we do not defeat the monster in front of us?
Well, think about it. Well, first of all, you should probably stop shooting her with lightning. She's literally energy. But what if you know how to create lightning and energy? Maybe reverse the thought process of it and just take it away.
She looks at you and goes, huh? And she's like kind of growling at you at this point. Alright, we're gonna move scene. Real
I
quick.
already went plus ultra, okay?
You were so smart a second ago.
It was brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, reverse the polarity.
Reverse the polarity. She's like, you've been reading too many
Stop
comic
laughing
books.
at me.
Alright, wildfire.
Ah! Chop off my freaking arm, and this is how you repay me.
Energy is transferable. Everybody knows that. All you have to do is figure out another place for it to go. You got a freaking power plant or something around here? It's a city.
I would like for you to make me a cunning check, please. Wildfire.
Cunning. All right, that would be a 6. So I'm gonna use my last power up from my thing to bump that up to an 8.
Very nice. Okay. Hearing what Olympic said about reversing the charge and reversing polarity, you realize that that doesn't work. However,
Ew.
you do know that energy can be converted and changed. If you were to convert it to heat, however, you might be able to absorb and unleash that power in a controlled fashion. If someone could convert the electricity into fire.
Perfect. Just have her convert it into me. I don't know how that works though.
Well, thankfully you know a reality bender.
Looking at Daydream's sleeping body, I'm gonna run over and yell in her ear. Have her think of her electricity as fire and put it into me.
Sorry, it was so crackly. What did you just say?
I don't know what that. I need you to make her turn her electricity into fire. You can do this. Change reality.
Okay. Should I channel it? Can I talk to her? Can I hear her?
You can't talk to her, but you can hear her.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Just hit
Daydream.
me. I'm gonna stand perfectly still.
This is so fucking crazy. Okay, Daydream.
I hope you roll really well, or I'm gonna get hit by electricity instead.
Just fucking kill you flat.
Straight up dead.
Final last words. Hit me. I'm fine.
All right,
Don't
Daydream.
worry, I
will-
can put her out.
Great. Okay, Daydream, being in the middle of this electric Sophie, will say, Sophie, we have to take our power, we have to put it right into wildfire. Okay, so we're gonna take all our energy together, we're gonna focus it right into wildfire. And Daydream will try really hard to focus and take control as much as she can of this beast, this energy, and try and shoot a beam right into wildfire, and try and convince the electric particles to change into fire.
All
In
right.
our dreams.
In your dreams. All right. That's where it's all at. Okay, make a control check as you attempt to control your dream and transform it into fire.
Either way, I'm
I hate
taking
to
all
break
of this
this.
energy.
Yeah, I hate to break this to you, but like control is it's -1. It's my
This is. I'm putting all my dice into your hope. Okay, come on.
Okay,
Come on, I
okay.
gave a really good speech.
No, I know. Fuck. Okay. Okay. 5.
No.
I think do you still have your flashback power up?
Oh yeah. Yes. I'm gonna use that. What does that do again? How do I use it?
Gives you a +2.
Fuck. 7.
That's still enough with a consequence. So here is your consequence.
Okay.
The body of electricity transforms into fire and begins to bombard and careen into the hair that is now expanding outwards as it grows in volume. Now you've got this mass of energy, Wildfire. Where are you sending it?
I'd like to kind of do a spinning, like a dancing motion with it to just allow it to become like a cyclone reaching up to dissipate into the air itself. Like as it
Nice.
continues to reach up, it gets thinner and thinner until it's swept away.
All right, let's do a control check.
You know, we think every time we think we're gonna do something cool, and then Dad
Yeah.
goes, "Cool, roll for it," and we're just like, "Son of a."
Yeah.
I don't want to roll for things. I just want to work.
It is a 10.
With a 10.
Yes.
Enough.
All right.
Enough.
The cyclone goes up and up and up and raises into the sky. You watch as the Cobalt Queen parts the clouds around it and creates kind of like this Columbus cloud, which begins to like use the particles of water in the air to basically just dissipate the fire as before it comes back down as like raining fire. As she's focused on this, however, Olympic, you notice something. You watch.
Oh no.
You watch as Wildfire's hair is burning, this huge flame erupting. She is overheating. You can see these molten veins going down her neck, and she is slowly starting to smoke. If she keeps this up, she's not gonna make it.
Hey, dudes, we gotta break our promise.
Oh, we gotta eat cheese toasties after 11 p.m.
I wish, but this time we gotta put out Wildfire.
Oh, won't she be mad, bro?
I know she'll totally be mad, but if we don't, she's gonna die. And remember, number 2 is to believe in yourself, but number 1's not dying. Remember?
Number 1 is not dying.
Yeah.
All right, make a heroics check.
You suck, man. 12. Come on.
Hey!
Let's go.
All right, and you know what? There is no penalty here. As the cyclone goes up, you watch as your giant clone separates into hundreds of smaller clones, and they begin to immediately stack on and grab on to like arms and legs and hands and feet, and kind of basically create like almost like an air pocket around her mouth so that she can still breathe, but hold on to every part of her exposed skin as the hair keeps blowing out more of that energy. As it cools down, you can see that the bubbles start to boil, but as they do, because there are so many of them, they now rotate the hot clones out and the cool ones in, and they keep cycling this cooling cycle around them.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
As this happens, I need one last burst of adrenaline from everyone, converting the power to fire to keep your clones in number, despite like many of them now boiling and overheating too much, as well as the fire and maintaining it. I need everyone to make me one last heroics check.
Oh boy.
4.
2.
14.
Whoa!
Double sixes, baby.
All right. So the fire starts to give way and electricity starts to sort of crackle. Your hair begins to sort of fizzle, and again your skin starts to swelter. Realizing in this moment, Olympic, all of your failures have led to this moment. There is now enough lightning instead of fire for you to smother it, and your clones gather up together, and I want you to describe putting out both the electric monster and the giant firenado in a single move as you dig deep
Oh my gosh.
for that plus ultra.
How I imagine it is like 2 hands, okay? Like arms connected. And one hand shoots out and engulfs the electricity, and the other one engulfs wildfire.
Nice. And you watch as the rest of the body of this clone like seems to come out of the puddle of water that is now on the rooftop. So you've got like this enormous half body sticking out of the roof with one hand over the creature and one hand over wildfire. Everyone in the city can see this. You can see news helicopters broadcasting and showing different angles of this this giant hero keeping this monster at bay, as well as the wildfire's hair blowing up into the air, while in the same time she's holding what looks to be a kind of like this small girl whose eyes seem to be kind of glowing this, you know, sort of like energetic pink color. And with a few moments of pressure, Sophie is returned to normal. The fire is snuffed out. You catch your breaths as Queen Cobalt descends on the scene of a glorious battle. Verily, you have done well. It seems as though I was mistaken. I'm sorry about the deep voice and all that. It's just part of the theatrics of everything while the cameras are on, but you all did very well today. Who knows what mistake I would have made if I...
Daydream.
Sorry, no, keep going.
Sorry. I was just gonna, Daydream will go back into her body so that she can...
Good choice.
You may.
Wake up.
No,
So
Jesus.
she can talk. Yeah.
Well, you would have killed someone. That's what you would have done.
You are right. For that, I'm sorry. But,
Listen, it's nice that you're a hero and all. I'm glad you came to help us, but Olympic was right. You have to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. You can't just go around and attacking things.
Yeah, you have to think about everyone else, not just yourself.
well said. Well said. We all need to face our own responsibilities and be held accountable for our actions, whether or not we're pro-heroes. Which brings me to my next point of order. I am truly thankful for your aid.
But verily, vile vigilante fiends cannot be allowed to rove in these cities, and you and your comrades are under arrest. For I, the Kobold Queen, shall bring you to justice.
If you can catch us, and I'm gonna run.
Adrian will run too.
Same. Clothes make a wall of water as we run away.
All right. So you guys start to sprint away. And as you do so, Kobold Queen yells out, "Get back here! Vigilantes!" And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we end today's session of My Hero Academia Vigilante Edition. All right, I'm just gonna let this rock out for a bit. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for coming and joining us. I hope you had an absolute blast. I know I did. Guys, I'm a huge fan of the My Hero Academia series, and I wanted to do this show for like the longest time. And to get to do it with these awesome and amazing people with their incredible characters has been an absolute and true privilege. So guys, before we sign out for today, Let's do favorite moments and where we can find you all. Starting with our dear and wonderful Becca from D20 Deathmatch, Caustic Phoenix.
My favorite moment is actually a moment that didn't get to happen, but I loved how Duke described the hand-holding part. It was a scene all in our heads that we wanted to happen. It was a beautiful description, warms us all to our very souls, but also a really great speech in that plus ultra moment. So fan-freaking-tastic work there. I felt inspired. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. If you don't want to be as inspired and you want to check out more weird and chaotic content from me instead, on that end, you can find me here on Twitch at Caustic Phoenix or on Sunday evenings D20 Deathmatch. And this weekend, coming up in less than 24 hours now, we've got amazing matchup against Johnny Stanton, amazing, cool NFL player. He also just kicked off his own campaign versus Dave Walter. So absolutely stellar DM in his own right and player, and we cannot wait to see them. I am going to give you all a preview of the names of their characters, just so that way it gets happy. It is the Scourge versus Bone Daddy. You can determine.
Yeah. Woo! I absolutely love that. Now,
so yeah,
Wildfire. In your epilogue, we find a scene where you're at the stop with all the kids, like the little like kind of walkway. As you're heading them to school, all the kids are kind of getting off the bus, and as they do, you see Kevin getting off. And Kevin, who normally kind of wears like very kind of slovenly clothes, is for now like kind of dressed up a little neater. And you notice he's not wearing his hat anymore, like his little beanie thing that he's wearing. And you notice that he has just the tiniest little yellow fire on the top of his head. Not related, but has a similar quirk. And you can see that on his shirt, he has kind of like almost drawn in crayon a version of you with tornado hair. Like kind of like one of those old like punk rock band shirts. And he gets off.
Are you gonna make me like Kevin?
No, maybe. Who knows? But as he gets off, he looks at you, and he does one of these. I've got something for you, you miss.
I swear, if you give me another middle finger.
Oh, and he runs.
Damn it, Kevin!
But he looks a lot happier. All right, playing the role of Daydream.
It's good.
Our amazing friend, Raina Ray from Careful Cantrip. Favorite moment and
Hello. Favorite moment is the fact it's more of less than a moment and more of the whole thing, because I would just like to say Dag made up this whole system, and when he was like, oh well, we just roll for some things and you can just do whatever you want, I was like, that's crazy. And it was really cool to be able to do literally anything we wanted. Obviously, there were some rules we did not succeed on half the things we tried, but it was still really cool to come up with like all of our movements and whatever, our attacks and stuff like that. So that was really fun. Yeah. And I'm Raina, like Dag said, and you can find me on Careful Cantrip on everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, all the socials. We stream our D&D campaigns on Tuesdays, which Dag is also in. So if you're not sick of me or Dag, then come check us out on Tuesday nights on Twitch. If not, we have a podcast too, because like I said, we're everywhere. You can't get rid of us.
Nope. All right, and the epilogue scene for Daydream. You are in the hospital with your mother sitting by her bed. Sorry, I didn't tell you. It's so dark.
That's not where dead people go, first of all.
Just put her in the hospital.
I don't think you know how things work.
I'm sorry. I don't.
All right, you were there beside your mother, and you are carving out some apple slices to look like bunny rabbits. Isaac comes in, and he's wearing a neck brace and some crutches. Things got really heated after you left, but he says that a guy came in earlier on and told me to give you this. I'm not sure what it was, but yeah, he just said you know what to do with it. And it is the deed to a actual brick and mortar shop down on the market lane.
Yo!
Daedra has way too much responsibility in her life.
No, more responsibility.
Oh my gosh!
Well, we're not going to school, so why not?
Yeah, we
okay.
got kicked out.
Just to pay those hospital bills somehow. All right.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Oh my God, this is amazing. Who gave this to you?
I don't know, some old man who said he'd break my legs if I didn't give it to you.
Did he have heavy knuckles?
Thankfully, I didn't find out.
That's such a weird descriptor.
I can't hear you. I think my voice and your voice have gone too high.
There's a dog just like dying in the corner.
Yes.
Thank you. And I feel like you can put in a workers' comp application for the injuries you've had while you've been working for me.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Yeah, people really don't like it when you drop their ice cream again and again.
What? When they what? You cut out.
Well, you drop their ice cream, you know. That's like I saw these guys that do this like the like they do the thing with the ice cream cone and they take the ice cream cone away. Yeah, a big guy made of rocks really didn't like it.
Okay.
Lessons learned, I guess.
Yeah. At least you still have a job, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I also found this on the way in. It's making me feel good. It's like a therapy animal or something. And he picks up like this cat.
Oh no.
Is it the cat?
I'll leave that to your imaginations. Now, next up, Duke, the one, the only one-shot quester.
I think my favorite part was either me or someone here. Whenever Olympic had some type of uphill, the next step was just the biggest downhill for him. No matter what, even like just talking with just recently how I was like, yeah, I just had this really cool moment. I saved my friends, and then I opened my mouth and said something really stupid.
I think my favorite. My favorite one of those was like when you helped the grandmother with like the giant water clone. I'm like, that is so cool. That is epic. Why have you put water all over her groceries? And I couldn't stop to figure that out.
That was a choice.
I was like, okay.
I just wanted to say that made me so happy. But I think my favorite part was just, I don't know. There's like sometimes where you like play with just random people online. I've played with these guys before, but like there's times where you just kind of get together and you all really work off of one another. That's always my favorite part, is when we really just bounce off of one another. And also Dad coming up with this fantastic module that he did. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Props.
I definitely was like, look, it's my note. I said I made notes. I didn't say they were good. But no, thank you so much. I really appreciated this. And of course, who are you? Where can you find you? Where are all your things?
So if many of you don't know, we did a big rebrand for the channel. So you can find us everywhere, OSQ_TV. Literally, that is us everywhere besides Facebook. Because screw you, Facebook. You don't like underscores.
Oh, look, I'm still Ask a Pathfinder on Facebook. I gave up on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's where you can find us.
Yay! All right. Now, dude, we're going to
Yeah.
shift gears here for a second.
Oh, don't you freaking dare.
All right. We find ourselves in in like the pool locker room. You kind of like have handed over your whistle. You were fired.
Here you go.
Yeah, he takes it from you, and he kind of like storms off. You can see that Margaret's there with like kind of like a pair of crutches now and big bandage over her head, but her phone's working. And as you go to your locker to clear it out, you end up seeing a letter placed into your locker. It's a white envelope with a tiny pink stamp of a laptop.
Aww.
Gonna open it up.
Thank you for believing in me.
That's all it says?
That's everything.
Okay, I didn't mean it funny, but it was just like, okay.
No. But as you sigh and you put it down, you turn to leave the locker room, and she's standing there in the doorway.
Rickard. Hey.
Hi. Sorry, I'm not good with words, and you watch as she kind of like tries to conceal something behind her, but accidentally kicks the bin that's at the side of the locker room, and it is filled with like 20, 30 of these like scrunched up bits of paper and these envelopes as well. And she's like, "Oh my God, she starts picking them up and starts putting them back in the garbage, and and when, I mean, you and your friends, they just. Do you want to maybe get some ice cream? Yep. I mean, there used to be a shop around here, but the guy had left.
Sorry.
Just gone.
Sorry to say it. No, it's fine. This is I was actually gonna ask you if you wanted to go get some my friend makes some really good candy floss.
I love candy floss.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like my favorite.
Oh, perfect. I know the best person. Come on, I'll show you. She'll definitely give us the fresh stuff if it comes out fresh. I don't know how it works. It probably is always fresh. Just sugar, right?
I thought it was like sugar sheep that you like shaved and like had like sticks in.
Oh, maybe you're right. We should go ask her.
That we can pet the sugar sheep.
Sorry. Yeah, before I forget, Wildfire told me I need to get your number. I want your number. Me, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We could do it after we look at sheep.
Okay, and she takes out her phone, and then as you say that, she puts her phone away, and you reach out and you sort of like, it's almost like mindlessness, like you kind of like just do this like unconsciously, but you reach out and take her hand as you take her towards Daydream's shop, and once again that kind of spark wraps around your hand, and as it does so, you can see in your kind of like where your locker is, there's like a small like thermos water bottle, and the water bottle cap opens, and like 100 different faces are like just start like just like behind you. You realize that all of the clones that got vaporized on the rooftop, you had always kept a drop from each of them in this thermos, just in case you ever had a rainy day. And
That's too cute.
and guys, my name's been Michael. I'm Digital Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. And thank you all for being a part of this crazy, wacky nonsense. Now, I always recommend, please go and check out all of these really cool and wonderful people. Once again, everyone, please give it up for Becca from D20 Deathmatch, aka Caustic Phoenix, Raina Ray from Careful Cantrip, and of course, Duke from One Shot Questers. If you want to go check these guys out, please go find them on social medias. Tell us your favorite moments in the comments or the chats, wherever you happen to find it. And until we meet again, as always, stay safe, stay wonderful, and from all of us here to you, Plus Ultra. Bye, everyone!
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
I said bye, but we're
Bye
actually
now.
gonna go and raid someone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, I mean that's just for the VOD, so I can edit it
raid!
somewhere. Oh, raid!
Okay.
We're gonna
This
go and
video
raid.
brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Do you know what? I probably would not even get raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. Not gonna lie. All right. So we're gonna raid Dungeons Divided. They're dear friends of ours who I was actually one of the first people I've ever played with online. So stay tuned, stick around, and get ready for some D&D action. And guys, we'll see you next time. Which, if you want to watch more stuff, follow the channel, subscribe, all that other stuff. I should really plug myself better, but I'm not. All right. Peace.